to 100.9 FM so na ene eye wukwada ebobosome na yeda ho ewomini de to so aduno afi empino aduonu emiensa mame se abodon kwapa meet aduonu ebaako na ensama ewo ho nom no eye se memanti dwumadi na yede bremo memanti dwumadi yede bremo dwumadi mi amidi ho chiam ye frame ADAKABRI Mahmudu Oshioma na senior co-character right in front of me here me wa fase majari osai ajman production no panyinu kojo damiado sini na so majari no na ebo ni chidom na enu akire no nana ku efriye enso so sebese mrante kwa no emienu na ma menhwe se technical production no abna frima abankro oni nana ya asafo na omososo ehwede aman ansa na engineering no so no achu agbo worker otiakọ na najare na abuaje ada sankroma so yesa demrane se sempro na fe yade asida enso ade ama facilities group the facilities group no big solo na dada na Godfred your friend Ubrana na fe so no Sami na yaw na fe so no DJ Mapuna DJ Bosco na so Mills ya sanmrane se tai omunyina se bibia ekoso kama ede amayen ye tena se a mementi dwumadi a ebai chicha kakra ewo ho na fe so no demokrata ahodo no animu nsem ni bia yesan timu enso ewo ho na interview ba ku mienu bi so ewo ho na fe mpanifo so aba betena se na yetimi adwendwene ye ho sade nsem ni nyina bi si afa ede akọ me ofa se majeri me ma wo atena se
yeja ofa
na humpo etesen
nyame adomo nyankopan domboko de ache pa
de nyamias
amakwa abanso edie ne se bibia akọ ye
ye se beba so na onyankropon twedi ampon ana woye ibibia edemind no ba kama asida eko edema nana frano okese ogu akura frano okese joso manhene wono ankasa esine naso na nana ya santo amade nyina wahima fefe wono so na o chese asade wo sebi na manim guase de minim da mekama kire wo yes wo chese wo se mikoyi nana ya santo adwom wo na chese akwai se mi nkosua Adwane
say ye. How can Uncle Camboso say? How a betty no we him.
I paid here. I mean, Naya Sandra, ADAKABRI, with the Mr. of a church at the Ober and oh, I'm penning me to us, at least no. Would because also bet much of them now try me actually and sana wa mercy upon train. Nina Musono. Na utimi se fikutire no so akwamufo no na nampa me nana jebrempon ono so ne kama afi so no benkumfo no so no nana dankanje abo so wonwe on so ejinamu ni nyinamu ede no watimi ayi maade nyina utumfo chia me panyini nana kwakus do no nza besia se no ya na history na ewo besia se no emuodu na duru brahim say just leverage on the history so tumfo chia me panyini kwakus no o say ya na say tumfo tena se kwa na ye sanemrane a omutimi sanemrane say ekuyabakoma ene owusu panyini ba mana so hono enti na nana kwakus no owusu panyini no efiri besia se so hono ena che owusu panyini no no kase che so da besia se to supanyini no na woni ma me kuabakoma no so ho omo ko wo no so kuabakoma na anko bi de kuabakoma no so besia se so ho no na omo wo prempe the second nana kwam twitwie utumfo se osajima prempe ne papa no supanyini no ofiri besia se no eti na bema utumfo ebefre ne chia me panyini kwakus obefre ne se agya it is was a history no obesia se a now you need to leverage on it. So on say supanyini eda ansana ya santo aso enka se edgubesia se. So no. And na joso hini bia so no ne bam mu ene besia se.
Oh okay.
enti eba ne say asema sibihia ase a eje so undum say ugu akura friend no kese che say obema musu papa
na ofa besia ase sa shrine bi na wo kro mfimfin ho no
tano yaw enti tano yaw che say wono na akura me nananom saa me nanadwo ade ye nkwa afuom na oso wo fansa manim ho akope bibia ba afede wo hye afuom ho no mo a ne bibia gimu atuntum waje so tayawe atuntum me nanano dimrika free ya fere sensa manim bufa so ba tenkanya tayawo ankana na adwo ade nko ama meduru fie enti hanti UNESCO sited shrine hanti tayawo enti tayawo no nature say technical tano yaw to be bia ye wo tano betne enti ni nyina itibesi ase no tano yaw shrine na UNESCO for na ye enti na de ohon no na etimi ahwe enti yakọ mahemfo no ba kama papa
ene se de ye ni date de munya amfan hye
na ti ya doti ye na wi afi de aka ne se
won besi ade na ohene no aba
na musine no na chafo no aba be ye ayi pa
na
ene chese me yire no soso minu ya panyine no ohene ya woku champo na kwaso otoso miensa no na yire soso benkum hima ewo fiapre o fiapre soso sunwan anu nti benkum hima on so fiapre anu nti ana chancellor of the Telecom University once na ye oman hene ewo fiapre nti na just once so ba besia ase ana ekuro bi soso so okosunwan no atidi ni the friend techre e wa hene kese a once wo brempon mu a iti dia na betimi aba ama gold hu nti no ya divert main Kumasi Sunyan road no ya divert free baby eda no
anana ke eda he
baby eda no ana say gold denchem bi eda fom ho yesi ya maka amfa no so biem ya divert kwan no and gold no ya denchem na ne nsaba akusei no ne nsaba akono ne nsanifa no kwa no ya di mfie enso ene betimi atuo awie
samom
denchem no nsaba akopɛ no
ene wiska
I would say wa hine na pie mama no papa it na na touch na so e ba be say I just say denchem ne nsaba akopɛ no e de 7 years a just no kwa yetu no e fidi papa mu no
7 into ne nsafo no no average ya ne 7 no kwa dey go 28 years
and then you 2 years
and na ya ba podua no na ni podua no de almost 15 years
ni podua no 15 years
na enti ya beka no na 43
megayo
ya man 15 na so ni yakoni ti no na ni ti ne de atwa 22 years ave 15 de na ya jade amanchiri man no edi je say ya because ya generational thinkers
mewuaku mekan
ne tosu no ne ya jane ya amanchiri
so you can imagine so ne de na techre what no ma so papa into oba ne mememu pa a just eno so ansa na chirikrum so duru fumaso a wo opposite one so wura mu right one eno so ya chirikrum enti na chirikrum so e bai enti na kwaya sama ye de akọ a just besia sempanimfo o munyina hwe
atoto bia me hu pictures ni bi enti me hu say
I hu pictures ni bi
me hu pictures ni bi
me hu bi
amanfo be je o mo ho me na pa
sa
Ajaguraja num nyina enkonya no mo cheso no me hu say we papa de no okoi de
just for 45 minutes na Ajaguraja twenya mamu ada ho animu atene na watimi abechia Ajaguraja che Peresiama odivo YEP papa and just sika no bondro sa ensia iti bondro modru ensia no o yiba ku fire katachie abum na just wa chim rapper no na just na fede nipa bu fa so say ya
we de akai masembi maybe sa na obi menene ko yi kasi bi ase ya sheda cost sa bundles yi no 10 series so say o kwa o ti si dwoma na mane ne sasa na me tu sika no gu won so into no ndo ginam na me na me display work tiende me yi bundle no ba ko na ma twe kakra de ahye me botom
wo na wo ka say
na ma to de aka de gu ma no
na muntie
me tugu so ne asan kwotena se afi yedu ye nso yakonu voter regional yakonu we ekoye akachi yes
akachi
yes akachi
abo anase akachi proper
because tra em the wolf abo
na cheza akachi odu abo de na chezo utimi emmane so abo no na akwakoye center wo fa ni nifa wo frinkan na ekwa
because ye tra abo
wo fa nifa no so a nya fa abo nifa no so a won se afi ekwa na miensa sa immediate right no eko avenopome eye little london na de dem finfin so so call atiave na de etoso ted no so call anyako so no ansana usa fa left no so dia na just all the babes na come afikuma say mikusu tie
o enti wo fa ye twagumu na afi no omo de bobobo yesisu ayya na bobobo wo hwe agya mayi wo mo dandam ho yibondo no ba ko na medikan atwe bi ahye motoman
sana
na sa me display di aka afi wo fa ye wie na ebo nonu
a
na ye kra kwa kwan so cars ye de ko enzu ye num eti ehwa pe na ofre me no say Jerry cars you fool na so too
we ya bien pa
me ya bien papa o believe me
I professor pa
o believe me na me for na jodi na say na de bond no say bond na say na so okwohwe mana aka 5 cedis bond 5 cedis bond no ka na use kakra eti etimi ntofu na bia ya hwe usika na me display no dia me ye ni na me hwe kakra e dia hye ho na me hwe kakra dia hye ho inti ye chese ye and me di hihye mbotom ye kokan ya na chese wofa eti ba filifu on kama filifu on kama dia ma o believe me o say mo ana dia bedun kran o ana dia bedun kran because me say dey be ato me pen no na me di politician bi achi na ye kwa ye chiacha na no man hu se wudu nkronkoma ni mu a oko na na ye pe so ye bibi ma no so buo ma de na de ama nana on kire wo de afama no eti wa na ukuta wo discretion na wo hwe ti buo ma de ave over ekoko du ba bi a ba ina chese ba ya achekran hwe na ka enye sika mfa nto ya toto mu so ye campaign o eti ya na me say ne mama no yo ba na me say mama sika no buo ma de na ye me bo modern manage ni kakranka eti kakraka osa because baby a ye gina no na sabre no kra mobile money kra no enye common sa baby a ye gina no no say why na me say enu nie na me say me no so me dwedwe kakranka oh why yes smart
that no chese we are in charge of operations so we are jagraja or tugum hey after the next say na ya santu asidwom na ya santu asidwom na ya santu asidwom o na jagraja ko na jagraja yini dwom no tugunu so na ya santu achimni se no ade ade agu bum sa
no wan hwe na amanfo obedidi
am jagraja in fact odifu asiama ma invite no se nyame yadom afiada na se da PSA na se da PSA odifu asiama
yeah do ba no mo ano of aka chance o mo ano because if you dance here good days a day after holiday okay it you oba ni nyina o mo ano ye betwen no if you dance the black ya na me bom campaign because when botton no so
in fact ye nyame shura besiase for
oh that's good yeah then yakopan so de makwa
was say owura Alex Apiabuache was minua mete won kapa na mechia so na me maame so menya na ntie se ukokochia me maame enti aseda na me da wo Apiabuache o maame din kire me ejasa me ko yi maame fo no nyina no anko chiachia wo mo adi na aye wo adi na aye wo Ekwam support on Facebook or say when is ADAKABRI calling Dr. Amachi Boateng or Amwakumba, the skewed analysis is missed. So no some kind of Gana baby ebutu na akwenko hase ya go kika bi ezu obi se menhwe na menfrek na de Japan kan so so watu kwan oni ase okay ni wo kan asem a nipa bebre nti ase so na akwaje ma ho was say please when I intervene Canada Japan please and yeah Kojo Simba and also on Facebook Live, and also all kinds of Kojo, my country, a compreko, there were no dear, one to say, and I don't mean that's not Solomon Usu, as also, or ye or Boise, and teachers, Solomon Usu. Also,
okay, it's not me friend, but then when I'm nice to you.
When Tiana to you. Oh, at the hotel, what you go, your baby.
Oh, I know why ye.
A year, near uncle.
Oh, okay.
American dollars.
Yeah, weekend year Germany. Oh, so anyway, the Sulama, as a man, and there's Uncle Bomani. Oh, my uncle Bomani, because me, I'm so my friend about me, friendly be unknown, a copper, but not on fire. On one pass, I can not send a message.
This is very good. It's a minia, Alessapia Boache, or Semicostrani, mammy, and tomato de champon. Business a lawyer, no Timupa. Okay. If I know a year. Lawyer Champon, don't lawyer Champon Ninianum, until Lisbeth no Auntie Matilda num, Auntie Ampa, Matilda Suna and home fano, and I'm Coco Share and Cacra, I'm Coco and I'm Coco Tone, ma, a Yakasiwa, and a Fiacha, a Fiacha, Uti Prusi, O Masia, or non so a year, oh my idea, plenty, O Munia, a year Alex, and I just know I'm it is Coco and Alex, and in Como who be asked me to be doing, into Sedamisia. Lawyer Champon, the Odija, a few Busiano, let me a. Then Sabisiasi continue a Dr. Patrick Kumabwaji.
Ghana Health Service Director General.
Eh,
sir.
Ninian to say no.
Oh, sir.
Now, no, why may you to Bisiasi country, meaning will be capa. I say, Nima me, Auntie Julino, Auntie Dr. Kumabwaji, Sentia, why may you country, Bisiasi country, Nabisiasi in a wua. Na wa ususu ye konti hini mua enti Dr. Patrick Kumabwaji ona epesiasi konti ai ninu ya panyini ena ye konti hini ni sisi
oh okay na o ma na edi ade
ha to mfie na efie opposite na ne nana no ye maami amada akire ekese ne yemu manyina ye papa na sefo nyina ye papa so hunu enti Kumabwaji so ninu ya no ye maami no mo London omo nyina ye enti we ni be ma no waka hase ene so so ma besiasi enti ninu obi ka papa eye wo mo enana ba akososo papa kwakwani no so commercial bank it ejusu country Patrick Kumabwaji kwa kache ne se wa report no ho a
report no
report no ho obechirem sentia ono wa ama so hono na Ghana Health Service no ama eye Roman for na abaye health center e wo besiase na Ghana Health Service no yesi empire bodo kwotana se koyeden nana kwa mo aboaten on Facebook live no say Dr. Baumia is coming. Good afternoon for ADAKABRI. Dr. Mama de Baumia we free hafo oko so you so it occur pro it is simply at the occur northwest region western north region and as abre we free half occur into na and some no dey edoso for newspapers na yenhwe it Alex mehwehwe maka check kesiwa na efie chance mo fa number ba me mefro ye di nkomo na ama me de na no ho ye wo hwe na no ho ye wate nyankropon eka ye nyina ye ho on the nani bra say nana ede be hwe sa amoakuba na na say amachi na benya ma wo mo a na me de minim de nya fi na me ba beka ye chinchina me mfre
asa wo ka say 20 yet no wo be mo amane
because me bo amane ho
enti amanfo hwe animu en amane no me fa mo say akadia hin na opeti
o
say wutimi koye dia asa wo ka say wo be ko places ka nipa be mi asa so no mbi
meka kwadwo kire maten ena meka kwa me akompreko ena meka dabi meka your friends also free akoto
yes
ohene ba okay it is ade hin na peti ade hin pa na peti
kanimi ansa nyina bom
kanimi ansa ede si yampon
na summarize
ede yampon
na give us the summary
o se kwadwo kire maten so ba besiase o
yes oba ye me woni phone no
ene je hin na
we phone no kra be kra no phone no pie yo
oba besiase
mi huni phone ni pa waje ne ntuma na mafo di n'echi sa
mafo di ekire nipa gina pintin o
bia mi hu phone na mi hu phone ni pa mi hu
sa
mi hu
anti wo de hwe ni mu se enkosi this week hwiebe by next week yes I was in begu
oh sa
hwiebe
next week yeah
you would either say a weekend here by na say hwiebe by next week you know me see the be na begu o
say I was say
I was simple good on.
The betting some man never you
Mumba bibinchi manu. Mumba bibinchi manu. Na mohwehwe amache boate anase Dr. Amakumba amfama me. Na menkan ya de we say. Na ma Jeremy hwehwe say wo no wo understanding anything. I say no no mo amenkan bi nhwemu. Na obi send ya de we de bra me. I say the Constitution doesn't say vote for a political party to elect a president. The presidential election, the Constitution promulgates gives absolute power to the president who represents the entire people of Ghana, including those who voted against him, voted for him, didn't vote at all. Children below 18 years, terminally ill and mentally derailed. The Constitution gives the president 4 years only, answerable to the Constitution and not to a political party, civil societies, or any other body. What this means is that the spirit of the Constitution admonishes us to be extremely careful when electing an aspirant, not on the ticket of any political party, but on the aspirant's own performance index. Unfortunately, our political parties have been hacked and the spotlight has been misdirected to them and not to the aspirants. How can we accept that whoever the party presents is right? We vote for. The Constitution doesn't explicitly say that. Vote for the aspirant who is right in your eyes. Vote your best judgment. And I'm saying, what are you saying?
Oh, what they say simple. The woman and say wo to aba wo hwe nipa obeto aba ne dia ma no.
The Constitution anka say too many political party we no the president abrel. Or so too many person
too many person. Anything I yemra hye badwafo no. Obehwe omampanyi bitimi di nkunim e wo baabi. Nanso ni mra hye badwane no. Obohu so no na lusu. E ka kire wo say eye omanfo no womo enim dia womo pe e no moto edema. So ati ase. Enti enormally bi yo ha me no ana te say amanyofo no political leaders no say womo ba pro no mo ba yempesu aso a no aso woto ma adwe panyi na wato ama adwe ketwa me na wonya adwe because adwe ketwa no de ne na ete ho say ye pena ye beto ama no ye mpena ye nto ma enti me de esi wo parliament no amra che bedwafo ne mu che na me pepa ya de mani gye ho because e ka bibi kire say Ghana no yakoyanim.
It is a consensus building.
Amanfo adwenwa mu say we na mepe no mepe mampanyin na mom ne mra che bedwane ne mempe no
we de nyam na me kan say me kofra mache boaten eye minua no kwam sapon e na wo de ko to Facebook e na o say yemfre eye Dr. Amache Boaten nti nyame ayi adom ama Dr. Amache Boaten so waye den wache so nti yene no enkodi enkomo eka
ono so ko dwaben secondary school
Amache Boaten ko dwaben
secondary school nti association no odi makotene pa yesika sem no na etoto de mayen
dwaben mumra ne say
asajefo
hey asajefo Amache Boaten asajefo Amache Boaten
akofuni yen
I just. Say Joe Wise so call.
Joe Wise so call.
Oh yeah. Doc, now what to say?
Abada do me hu ye. Is a Muslim hu ye.
When it be ni yakwam. Do you agree? Sir, a representation of the People's Act no under the Constitution or chire say yentu abama nipa sumesi as president who is clothed with the necessary powers, say obetimi ahwe abu oman no. Wujitum sa?
ADAKABRI. Wujitum.
Na die ne ba ya as a political parties na dominate senkrofo adwene say ye de achiniye no a na ekro ye de osono no a na ekro atimi aka presidential aspirant ni mum ahye.
ADAKABRI so hwe sa nkoma yedia na ohwe amaman nhihye nyina use political parties no omo boboa nipa no bibiri ano enoti no na ɛho wɔn ho ayɛ attractive nti ɛnyɛ ankorankora no ɛkɔ mu no nko a wohwɛ a ɛmu ɛtrɛ ɛfa nipa akuakuo political scientists it is ideas and ideologies ɛna ma ankorankora ɛkɔdɔm amanyakuo yi na wɔn gyiri sɛ saa nteaseɛ no bɛboa ɔman no nkyekyereɛ ne ɔman no nkɔ soɔ ebinom nso gyiri sɛ in developing countries ethnicity nso edi akotene ɛno nti no ebi a ɔba Ghana na NPP tradition no nipa kuo bi efiri ɔman no mu baabi ɛna agyina tum NDC tradition a memefrɛ no Rawlings tradition ekusu APA ɛno nso nipa kuo bi firi ɔman no mu baabi dodoɔ no a ɛna agye atum nti adɛnti na ɛbaa saa ɔman kɔ akɔyɛ akuakuo na sɛdeɛ teɛ no adakabe sɛ wohwɛ ewiase nhyehyɛeɛ ɛkɔ so a nipa kuo ka ɔmo ho bom edi dwuma a mmerɛ dodoɔ no a no egyina ɛkyɛn ankorankorɛ mimi gyiri sɛ saa nteaseɛ yi ɛna ɛyɛ adwuma political parties no ɛyɛ akuo nti biribi a ɔmo de ɔmo ani bɛhwɛ so ɔmo yɛ no ɔmo hyɛ aseɛ nipa dɔm edi ɔmo akyi dada a ɔmo nyinaa yɛ akuo ma ɛna ɔmo de awura amaman ethnic groups a ɛwɔ Ghana ha se yɛ political mobilization political scientists bi bɛka sɛ ɛnyɛ by ethnicity me say ɛyɛ by ethnicity in Ghana ha nti no ɔmo akɔwura mu to ba santiman na ɔmo agye MPP amanyokuo no ɛne tradition ato mu a ɛnyɛ kwa wokɔ ɔkyeman mu na ɔmo agye ato mu a ɛnyɛ kwa ɔmo mpanimfoɔ ahyia mu ɛna ɔmo nso adi akyire mimi gyiri sɛ no ka ho ɛna CPP sei ɛntumi nyina no n'ano a na ɛgyina ne nan so kakraa bi no na member of parliament baako pɛ Ghana ha nyinaa nim baabi a na wɔn firi a na wɔn ato aba ɛma CPP nti na wɔn agye ata political party agye ata wɔn ani ase a ankorankorɛ ɛntumi mmeki progress biara no.
Nti sɛ deɛ wokan na akɔba sɛ enka obi mpo ɛso ɔbɛyɛ aspirant a candidate of a political party one would have thought to say the party ne be canvas say wɔn plans ɛmfa ɛmra nanka within the party delegates no enka deɛ ne plan no yɛ somewhat sustainable no na bi akasa nke de ama no the party na wrap no ho around the plans nipa ne de bɛba expand de abɛboa yɛ nyinaa na
ɛno ɛyɛ nkyase baako a ɛda no ho adi ɛnso deɛ ɔmo de yɛ adwuma deɛ parties no ɛde yɛ adwuma paa no ɛnte saa wokɔ one party state mu a ɛhɔ koraa na nka nkyase bi sɛ yi ɛnyɛ adwuma ɛnso still ɛnte saa nti party noa mu no ɛyɛ ayɛ sɛ personal identity mmerɛ biara na ɛno pie but ankorankora no ɛsan de yɛwo kan ɛsan so yɛ adwuma ɛde ka ho na wɔn apia firi amanyokuo no mu banya de amanyokuo no a ɛwɔ nhyehyɛ a wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn nam nteaseɛ nimdeɛ nnisɔde hunu so ɛna ɛde ɛyi ankorankora dabi.
And you say obi ekofa that argument eba say yen refocus so and redirected the minds of the Ghanaian say womo enhwe what the individual stands for plans vision bia owo nanka yen wrap your around that person's vision as opposed to what we've been doing all this while say party ni de what the adre kura ba metu amano party we de what the odwan me kura ba metu amano ye betimi aye
ADAKABRI betimi aye titru baby Ghana Gina CCI nipa ne bebre omo ye apapa Ghana hankoma ye DT omo papa no ewo amanyoko mienu MPP ni NDC nipa bebre kansa ansem no nti mra awosem komo foforo hyase ene samri ya yeke
to the extent say ene detailed survey in confidence being bandied about to certain personalities, certain political parties, HS floating voters, earning them up to 30 percentage points of a sampler, Yakokwaji responses every year, and to have up to 30% floating voters. You know, what does it tell us?
Emma, unkoma ye di emuyetu. Until some rain na floating voters no. Ensure that na no what it is. But now to who say political parties no, omo who in presidential elections no. Na around 40%, 40%. Omo munya bi ka ho a kakra bi na omo nya ka ho. Santi ase the free presidential elections no candidates are womo anni kunim. Timra womo anni kunim kura no to who say omo to pull around 40%. Nti na kese that time no na crisis period in Yamai, you could count on roughly between 15 and 20% nipa omo ebeye we follow this floating voters imu. Nti nei obi ya hwehwemu na eban sa enyanwa nwakra nipa no dodo no ebabamu ebu in the political parties.
And to buttress that point, Dr. Machi Boateng, Global Info Analytics, I say on also so no watimi a sample up to 2,000 people are from the delegates album of the New Patriotic Party. No sample no November 4, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia garners 45%, and then Kennedy Kwame Akompro Japan garners 18%, and then undecided 20%, and did not disclose as we are 17%. So you are talking about within MPP Mukrano currently Dr. Bawumia and if three others no including Kennedy Japan, he doesn't go beyond 45%, and with a further 37% not disclosing or in not decided. What you know what I'm saying?
And pay all the joint news television, so na me fit na me hwe na me ti nkoma omo AD. I want say MPP amanyuko mu dynamics no, and also unique. MPP amanyuko mu dynamics no unique. One more undecided, undisclosed. One more very good reasons, sir. One more the cancer. Simply because, I want say party no, and then another Danko Kufuado. The party members feel that they are under some sort of pressure, coercion to behave in a particular way. And then you go collective data. Na ono amu di komokra na. I like the movie crab me and yanchazi be say you are not necessarily an objective researcher. Who the which one by say we are grouped somehow in party colors. I'm disclose to be a midina. Abia Pianica Cramidi Grana about for me. No, special delegates, you know, make cancer, because of the sizes of the electorate, delegates, to Abano, our various areas, Meaning who say, coercion, not any overt, a year. It is so the year above that way. You could see elements of star and you know, and you know, if I do 37, more petty contestant. omuntimi open enka semeter we echi and semeter we echi in the cohesive elements no in the context of the MPP no sana mekano and not necessarily at the level of at the national level a national data be and very significant because at this time now we say when you decided that okay time kakra but won't mean disclosure and then more rem kakra
the ebikwa so odwene say beyond November 4 no or doing another round of collection of data and signatures a yede beye album na chinanko me mane dey adisa me kura na ha na me dey kwa wan hwe a da chi bi yesan ya album ni biemu a yenye den yemfa me din enkohyem me so album no a ho a me din hyemu no na me didi ho nkakra
and the party a political party but internal politics has been overly politicized in a way and you free. I agree with you.
Now, then in the same Global Info Analytics, Dr. Amachi Boateng, say, do you believe that Alan's withdrawal from the race would affect MPP's chances in 2024? 55% said yes. 37% said no. 8% said they have no opinion on the issue. What do you make of it?
No, definitely, Alan's withdrawal affected the fortunes of the MPP.
Some presidential, no, I remain within the party. Monko near here the ABCA, Nami the maintenance whoever emerges, never support to now, some support to now. Why should that affect the chances of the MPP?
Then another stranglehold on the party. The Nipa be trained a bit breaky up. And Chasia did MPP will lose elections 2024. The moment of losing, that will be the end of Dr. Baumio's ambition to become president. Because at that time, another stranglehold would have been broken. The party's leadership would not be under any special coercion be able to behave in one or another way. They will be themselves. So the party will reorganize. Now, among internal politics, and new dynamics, different individuals, BPR, not necessarily now those people. Party Ankasa is not interested in this Nanado thing. But in the short run, they can't do anything. They want that thing to be broken. I don't think Nipa be Enema from this angle too. I can't home and Alan's withdrawal. Nipa be reaction. I'm taking my neck out to pronounce that NPP will lose elections 2024.
Oh, as Canadian Japan says in 2022, Ekura and MPP lose 2024 general elections. No.
Okay. I can't say they are fine.
Sir, how are you able to say, sir, MPP able lose elections in 2024? How are you able to say that?
The that time I even factored in Alan Martin's active participation. And the first time I can't say me. The first year, the economic mess on the ground. I'm not in economics, I'm not economist, but the situation on the ground makes me feel it. I'm sure general status in society, the income, now economic pressures are ever so. We anticipate pressures what the public pray so papa. Now there are times President Kufo a pair the message, that's all. A normal, or if she was sitting not to about. And maybe economic factors play a role in democratic elections. And maybe post-COVID elections that I see Europe, social dynamics now. Essentially, economic factors are done one. Ghana has so basically, we need or political science, evidence, developments around the world, democracy, economic factors play roles. Ghana will not be an exception. And me get it and I still do that even with Alan Martin's involvement, MPP will go home. MPP will go home. If democracies don't punish bad governance, the system becomes undermined. Anytime democracies don't punish bad governance, the system becomes undermined. What are political scientists actually a democratic case? A setting in. Democracies was our challenges here. It turns to the people for answers. Answers number in the form of punishing the government of the day. It serves to legitimize the regime. So the democratic system will stay, but the government that are not performing will be punished, replaced. Then the system will have confidence in itself. But then it has become aggravated by the alarm factor. A weakened party, a weakened party, many people will not vote in Ashanti region because of this development.
Hey. Dr. Machi Boateng of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology answer na obekroron said the spectacle of 2024 ballot paper with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia from the 5 northern regions representing the interest of the MPP, and then with John Dramani Mahama on the ballot paper representing the interest of the National Democratic Congress, also from the 5 northern regions, Hassan Ayariga representing the interest of APC, also from the 5 northern regions, and the PNC more likely also to bring somebody from the 5 northern regions on the ballot paper. So the spectacle of four persons, all from the 5 northern regions, which actually has 57 constituencies out of the 275 constituencies in Ghana. What do you make of such a spectacle?
As a bit weekend, MPP's position there. Well, the competition will be very, tough there. And given that, Dr. Bamia somehow maybe just him or go upper hand, but still, competition will be very, very key. NDC will stand very, very strong because things point to the fact that they are coming back. And I'm unfortunately reading between the lines. Now, more are taking decisions accordingly. The Dr. Bawumia effect done what in 2016 elections, At the end of the day, the back from despite the fact that this time round, on one presidential candidate, the back from people who want to associate themselves with cards or who say what the potential to win. Indeed, there are 5 northern regions and their constituencies, distribution will be very interesting after the elections of 2024.
To the extent that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or say Zongo for promises on Betuamano, or say no for promises on Betuamano, vote for promises on Betuamano. So what remains to be seen after 2024, if indeed some groupings, Etumanua and I and Tuamanoa?
Almost elections there, maybe I know the home some dozen. The agent and some way I can, and maybe I know, as I to make provisions there, the unexpected could happen. And maybe but that notwithstanding, our provinces, will go through a lot of checks and balances eventually and sign a month for article decisions. Voter regions will not really vote MPP this around. They won't. In Rusakra, Omunya and Ninano, they break up. In Rusakra, Omunya and Ninano, they break up. I see a resurgent NDC even in Ashanti region. I see a resurgent NDC even in Ashanti region. In this scenario, a muntia say, a say, oh, Dr. Benya, I oh, the euphoria in our coffin with economic downturn or money. And then MPP politics also take a lot away from the attraction, Dr. Benya, MPP's internal politics. It takes a lot away. And one key factor is the fact that when another smart, that is one key issue in the NPP itself. The Bawumia's ticket. And like I said earlier on, there are so many groups at NPP who can't wait for the elections of 2024 to come to an end so they can say goodbye to the Ronaldo's factor in the party. When we now come boom, elections of 2024 no,
Let's just say it may not be entirely accurate. Say, Honorable Kennedy Akwampreko Japan suggestion say a minister from the Bantuma constituency would suggest that Muntu Emfa Emma Dr. Muhammad Bawumia with the pretext tacit understanding say Mama Obakurana obedi 4 years pe into so obesini 4 years and Dr. Muhammad Bawumia went me and Kokrana for 2028 Dr. Bawumia would have become attractive to the people of Ghana and say MPP signed the manual obe winning of which Akoya Tassel a member of parliament for Bantama believes to say constructively the Kennedy Japan Kano now or refer to Anuntia or also edit responses. Abba.
Oh, sir. Kumasi dynamics also are very attractive. There are so many young men who are rising up under the influence of Nanado. In a way, they are seen more outbreaking away from the ranks in Ashanti region. And the politics and also air cost. And the Obi war, Sakampo the aspirations in any die soon now and the Dr. Bawumia ticket should become stronger. Because almost half of them said the moment key another card and play out the way they anticipate, likely say almost let me lose almost it, in the years to come. Highly probable. It will be say no a bit to me aka nsemo oka say can the Japan dia Africa obi sa bit me aka on pa kro no Dr. Bawumia aka e bia or bantuma yes and no bit me na ni so atu obe pese among from to entuma Dr. Bawumia. On the other hand, the established understanding of what Ashanti region is that they will not wait for another to come and control MPP in Ashanti region. And especially, Osaba Abansono, Ashanti region, and the fair share of the national cake are befitting of Ashanti region, the backbone of the MPP. Where a dominant of Ashanti region has a dominant. I expect that no more to hold this way. I change. And another man over Baltimore, wishes and aspirations, Dr. Bawumia. Obi Obe come out strongly, to push this card. They feed it into the alliance stepping down issue now. And no will be strong. Let's take note, sir. Even Nanado, no, you're very popular in Ashanti region. Nipa support no na me President Kufuor kitikira na me in Ashanti region. And even in 2008, second round, the Nipa in Ashanti region, first round no 1-2. Second round no, Omunina got mobilized and they went to vote massively, although more. When the Alan factor, Alan so a better President Kufuor, then people for no we are. There's a lot of damage in the party in the Ashanti region. There's a lot of damage. It will play out against Dr. Bawumia. I don't have any doubt about
that. Because with the Global Info Analytics, they did a responses, a survey from the swing regions of Greater Accra, Central, Western, and Western Northeast. And then Dr. Bawumia couldn't cross 50%. And then they did the 7 Akan areas. And Dr. Bawumia couldn't cross 50%. It was only when they did the 5 northern regions that he garnered something in the region of 53, 54%. Whatever is panning out on the case of Nanado, and I affected Dr. Baumia performance and an visibility and
Saddam who said two issues. One, the economy and also affected Dr. Baumia, and then the Nando's factor also affected Dr. Baumia. Obi the chairman to me say Opo. The moment Nando's factor dies now, he's no longer the chairman in Ashanti region.
Finally, Dr. Amachi Boateng, just as you are going, Chairman also withdraw from the race. He's engaged in extensive consultations to ascertain the next line of action, for which he had indicated in that press release. Say, in the coming weeks, what I intend to do, Meba Ababeka. Once everything seems quiet, I want also an extensive consultations. Then, to wake up last Monday, 9 newspapers, including a state-owned Ghanaian Times, are coming to write an answer, giving a single story. Say, one our partner, Ivo Green Street of the CPP, and one NACO 2024, I came to say GNA actual story. No various newspapers akofa, and they don't tweak it to whatever means. No munyina de abomu chow. Sadia no da sorry ye na uhunu ye no. Say 9 newspapers ni nyina e ka no. E de na kwaso wadwenem.
Actually it is people from the camp have the cancer and tisa. But say if you no say the wokan make say enya so asemo a ebitimi akanse ebitimi afa no wa 9 newspapers, including the Ghanaian Times, assembly mood to papa. Which means I say, Omo Anshe assembly chi kakrakrana, Omo de Baba Tuga. But personally, naming Chelsea, the bizarre question. There are Alan Martin, one is what you say, obey or my president now. The was only so do now. I was a consultation at all you be an Omoma Sandy so do no can home. Omoshe Hawa, a bit me I don't know what. The chances are very slim. Let me just you 2. So of 3, I'm on your core MPP one. That dream will be dead. That dream will be dead. What standard as an individual, or form a new political organization, It is a Uchina Amanyoko MPP one. Or a very slim chance. That's our dream, no, me, Abba.
To the extent, say, Nanadu became president at 72 years. And in fact, at the time of being president, he was just 2-3 months away from 73rd birthday. It a passage Martin what naturally where I can't be November 4, whoever emerges or support to be or the amano key people be a support or no or a logistical support be funding be or the ama also any pillars of Nachita for Wabua warm. Then, as you said, Sir Project Nanado bringing about Dr. Baumia, and yeah, is it likely say MP before we say Germany go say yes uncle sa papa we wana.
Sa pepe na mihuno. And currently say in 2024. That was this thing the dice cut. And non now play me cast very, very low. Now I'm to hear yesterday what kind of sympathy obenya our party no ebesu papa. Sympathy obenya our party no.
Na say we current crop is omunya na sa akwa. Ombesu so beka say we disruptive. Nanka onye disruptive nanka or me play ball with them. Ke bia ke win in 2024.
No, but sir, intrigues are our politics, and yet unknown to other people in the party. And you can see you might really how equally disruptive Nanado's leadership has been affecting people like Paula Foko, Kwabena Japan, and several other people. Thank you for now, so that's our party. We shouldn't forget about that. And how our party noir fortunes in Ghana, a from cry all-time low. And people come out to say that he's the worst president Ghana has ever produced. At what time, the council power, minimum power. We can't forget about all these things. The party will want to sort of reinvent itself when it gets the opportunity. Yes, Obenya, some people who want to stand against that because almost so their own interests are almost definitely. They are looking beyond, Nanado's time. Yes, there will be competition, but generally, Obenya has he has not been disruptive. He has been very constructive. The party should be guided by principles that are explicit and known. The same party should not fight itself. Internal elections should not degenerate into bloodshed. And we are principled person. Now you stand against these things. The position here based on principles, solid one.
Right. My dear Sandra Banafosemen country was say, this lecturer is funny, pal. He doesn't even understand the politician he teaches. We wait to see 2024. I hope when MPP wins, he will not come and change his position. It is Sandra Banafo, fanatically as she is, or say MPP will win in 2024. And you rather appear and sound funny.
MPP.
Oh, exactly. Also, the abed a fifiska.
No be damn fifiska. A danwa a fifiska. And they think Ghanaians are going to clap for this development.
But I'm saying another time, I know this uncommon because I said, another Danko Kufuado and special prosecutors me know what for Munino. I said it has come back to haunt him on the basis is if Sikeya Kasi Fifi Demi. Special prosecutor, what they are there, high court. Ye nipa no kra na oyɛ the subject matter no kra no. Woman copy, onim ho asɛm na ye de abakɔ court of public opinion. Na ye ka na the friend say ni nua bɛma wawuo na send the monies into your account when in fact ne maame yode ne your friend say ni nua Alice womo na omo chese nsɛm no bebre say wakoton senate dan na yes was or the phony hwan ni nyina no what would have thought to say information we should come about a branca special prosecutor no we interview Cecilia Branda pa interview ni kunu no glean information from the responses ebeba no some of these things obeka na Cecilia no so as official kwa no oni access to documentation OSPD court and so na reporters host presenters panelists are talking about it. No, a subject matter. Now we need now do and special prosecutors have come back to haunt him now.
ADAKABRI in some way in the special prosecutors now and Kasam, Yana almost see nipa and some be your mama. In some guy is now and just a year mama.
Miafansia another time no masan aba eti nyame ya adomo me papa anyway owuye afinie eti kwasiada kwada so ohwimase hilltop wonom function me pese odi me nchen na agya fa businessman for adamfo memfa politicians adamfo ibrana memfa anche businessman for no tycoons in the transport sector na no mo fa adamfo na politicians do ma amoyen why
like a
Matthew Doc, Matthew, that's a pa. Right. Enti Dr. Amachi Boateng of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Oni na professional ladies in Dom Kwabenya. Professional ladies in Dom Kwabenya. actually some are professionals. Actually, they are held in high esteem in Silicon Valley entities. Omudi no mo say enyum we say na omo body ama adwasafo. It wada Roma adwe tie na Silicon Valley ladies no odom kwa benyom se me monyum we ma na menje abrafrema monra mehwem fama me na enyum a omo se me momfama adwasafo ntino Silicon Valley ladies odom kwa benya Silicon Valley entities and so so aka ho aboma ADAKABRI ma mudu boz na anyum we say efa ema adwasafo efa ema enti adwa de ho no no omo se yemo sa anyum we efa ema na right na tie na baje we mtu ka me dwene me hu yes a professional ladies isi me monyum fa ma adwasafo a de professional ladies are omo nchiremu
request nyom sa
ultimate request nyom sa
adwasafo e ben tina wa de an wa ya ope ombe say yemo
na professional ladies who got the sign with the head and no more request
nyom be no more request
nyam kofi bi I see Joseph
oh samom
etimi ya de say adwadifo ma bi so makola omo so se be monyum we se mfama alanko yo chirematin nti ye do bi aso ya no asende de aba we dey dem say majere enya kopi no eti almost so say memfa we say ma kojo chirematin eno susu tie amale betie bi mami afia say wa na wo say me say menya chance e kra mami ntumbu asinti ase we say otontoman kese ana ono so say yabonwum we di ama adwasafo professional ladies dia de me nka say adwadifo ma otontoman kese ana ono so say de me mo saa anwum we say eti mami nhwe pa na me ntie anwum we say ye no we de asempa ni o asempa ni mami ko machi hey asempa ni asempa ni mami ko machi kakra mami ko machi kakra ntino say ya me ko machi kakra na masan aba ko aso na akwa ya asam kase na da hono majeri yes awati pia
okay we
alajamadi de je adwadidi ba do asade aba pia mechiro ade entimi me pesa me san repeating na emma no pesa me 100.9 FM and some no and down but when not say quick one for newspapers na yenhwe na sesi no bi dia ba no so ahusu man a wotibu na maje sesi de no maye dise ni panu aka osisi mahunu mi suban ya metim suban ben ya ye kwabru so ya mame pembe bi ntra sesi suban ben suban ben pa na kwabna metim mame ka Master P e London quick one na fe yenhwe quick one right Master P from London and ode aba also offer day offer dende Marjorie remember also offer dende na akwaba or say akwaba offer or say hey offer ADAKABRI to the whole we say or say good afternoon offer good afternoon offer or say me minty is airborne inside Kingsland and I'm doing the listening live with Angela Kosuya Kwendu Amwako sister inside Coventry Uskani Debra Wiafe of Westminster University Richmond Kwabnapia aka Ubasanja of Greenwich University Amanda Pia of Kent University Joel Duncan Kofi aka Junior Master P of Canning Town Nana Kunama and Akoko both inside Wolverhampton Nana Masiedu Sapon CEO of Phil Afrix in Raynham, Anita Entry and Kofi Stone, both inside Manchester. Samuel Lawe of Southampton, Isaac Asamoah of Bermondsey, Betty Teteroe and Eric Boachi Ankoma aka Bogaruni, both inside Enfield. Cindy Adjua Osei of Thornton Heath, Florence JB of Florence Kitchen inside Camberwell, and Nana Slykote aka Sly Popo of Walthamstow. Also, please kindly invite all the losing aspirants and solicit their views and opinions toward the impending November 4 election. Please kindly send a big congratulations to Dr. Derek Assuming of Lund University in Sweden, who has just graduated with PhD in health economics. From Mary Amufa, aka Mama, Kofi Assuming, Professor Manfred Assuming, Uncle Yadompre, Kwame Nkum, and the rest of the family would like to congratulate you, Dr. Derek. Warm regards to Linda Anson, aka Abna Tasty, and Ivan Sudro Anson, aka Jojo, both inside New Jersey. Fantastic show by all standards. Keep it up, Master P in London. Right, enti brabehia papers in the mamie. Na Amaliba Ababetanase, and Atiki Yakub of the MPP, so Atanase. Amaliba, Nane, just a Pussigo, a Tempanio, a Garu, as a Binturio, Yabehe baby, hopefully, Kasan baby, and this term's school, Akonum. Amaliba, or said no better, Nanado Danko Kufuari, as it said, or this term school, a science, technology, engineering, medicine, or the biomedical, or the Kasan baby, you know, now one who said this here. And a paper ben idea him.
Okay, over paper and the papers and Omaba say, or China holiday in Tino. Be about the Bura holiday in him. Offer the informer, and Nimhono, or the Ababeto who say, Ora Julius Debra Nufuni Baha. And a papa John Dramani Mahama Sunfuni Baha.
I consider Debra,
now, or say, according to informer, dear, or so Gusso, or lobby behind the doors, or Babontebekas or no. Oh no, I shall danka say or pay running bait be ready. A man for eka a dear man no. Informer say we're picking info.
Say all lobby through the back. Said Nanu Omako a friend saying a you mensa a Panaco a year Pedriasi. Yeah, and the Nintina all lobby no. Sana Wakadia Babetu and a bo and him has ya. Now and this running mate and Ankazano and why. And this running mate near where?
Ura Mike Hammer, so over Wana.
Mike Hammer.
Anyway,
Mike Hammer.
Mike Hammer.
Mike Hammer.
I saw kind of.
I never win by Mike Hammer.
No answer na me can.
Transport
minister. Transport former transport minister.
Mike Hammer.
Men na me catch it all.
No pede.
Men cast. Obipo men na me body. Me body na na me record them into her.
So okay.
Send me can be the boy my hammer be ding.
Oh, Mimi and an idea.
Okay, and also at the hop.
You met it. I didn't know I'm recording to Mike Hammer.
Mike Hammer. One more fan to
former transport minister.
Former transport minister.
Former MP, Winniba. On a Quamina,
Afenyo Markins.
Ebe two no. Ono na woke.
Ono anidi na maboy. Ono anidi na maboy. Ono anidi na maboy.
Mike Hammer.
Iti wam do mo record nto me country.
Yo,
iti actually ho asem beba. Na ya oni free ma o makwa ko yi aba.
Yo, yeah. Paper baby yo.
Ofa eye custodian.
Custodian. My making kind paper so. Custodian.
Custodian say. Dr. Muhammadu Baumia mfuni baha. Na wakasa. Also ono de amanyo sem na oye na nya atem didi o.
Sound.
Ideas. Adwen gu form. Adwen kasa.
Oh, okay.
Na nya atem didi.
And the custodian pen ehunu ye.
Say custodian da ha. Na ma fa no minim say other ones mu so de ya.
Delegate hwe ma me hwe ade. Sir. If a custodian to nchen, never delegate ne to nchen. Na chro na ka de delegate aka. Na ka de custodian kan. Delegate. Delegate. And a guide no go say. Delegate. Ana
ababe di o. Okay,
and delegate is.
I'll say I won't throw mud at opponent.
Oh sir.
And so obeto to ateche pa dia ko.
And
the opponent kromo dia.
And a chronicle saying.
Okay, chronicle so say. No crami hu ne how.
Chronicle. Also saying.
Chronicle so say. Insult toxic, poisonous.
And at the finder so saying.
Finder. Finder, me finder.
And tin papers ni nyina asam kro na ye ka. And then the politicians in very try your stories in India. My guzu kako. Find as I say.
I say attacks on opponents inimical to MPP.
Crusading guide is saying.
Crusading guide.
What is it saying?
I know about.
You're back to write was sound. Crusading guide was
that. My main first statement can was any Albeca statement.
Missing Crusading guide. You're back to the Amo Papa. I don't because it's one who's about with Timo. Crusading guide, Ubapediaba. One Crusading guide was the same. I say MPP flag bearer race. Why I don't attack my opponent? But me explain. Publisher as saying.
And a publisher. Publisher back on one day anymore.
The Ghanaian publisher. The Ghanaian publisher.
Okay.
What's it saying?
Ideas win elections, not insults.
Daily Dispatch. So I see when the panels was saying.
Daily Dispatch.
Aye.
Daily Dispatch in Minibu.
Would it be and then what the panels were a form of the panels saying?
I say I do not believe in attacking my opponent because I am a unifier. Baumia.
And now a herald, so saying.
A herald is so captured.
Maybe put some herald to capture. Uber candy, you know. Herald is saying. Maybe what?
Okay. I said Baumia expresses disdain for dirty politics. Among yourself, and
the statesman, so say,
statesman, also no need for insult.
And a daily analysis is saying.
Daily analysis. No,
and daily analysis, what's he saying?
I don't believe in attacking opponents.
Why don't know?
Dr. Mamadou
Baumia.
That's
an idea. A munina Dunkwan Ponche.
The politics and idea.
Dunkwan Ponche.
Or so on politics and Kakawa womb.
And politics and Kikawa womb. When it is internal elections, Anna.
Sir, which one is some idea? Internal elections.
It's internal elections, dear.
You are media me and Yadia and Kata natural Puna, Mimedia, Michelle, internal elections.
Internal or refer to internal elections. Internal elections are no insults. But you call a general election and they are insults to me.
I want to say no insult to sound.
Oh, sir. The incompetent one. No, the useless one. I told you. The Ghanaian Times, the Nano Juado, the no call for the moon. And I know, dear Ghanaian
Times.
I was the Times reporter. No, the assembly free.
Yeah, you can say Alan and Green Street.
Yeah. Was it the Times reporter? Never Kakra. It's in India. Some say, Mammy, up to the end of this weekend. You
with your womb.
The three movie. Why? They are much
anymore.
And you are anymore. Yammy and Tanasi. It is as that graphic at the major story. Be about maybe we over 35 years. Echo 40 years. Be a tick. Muntia has a I'm all about it. Graphic. Page 13 or Troy, or say 80% prostate cancer patients report late for treatment.
Near Ferry said,
David Tabicana, I am David Yenim, but I am Niha, I take sortie. Say 10 piano, say Ojon so. Now we over 35, over 40. Pan as a routine, say Ubequakoye prostate specific antigen test. Once a year, and once every 6 months. And Chipia or Mubakachi or levels, no antigen levels, no so on. Nasa naturally, Okokoda. Once between via 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Sorry, more than 2 times. Echo Jonsa. Especially so take steps to say, men numus will be bring concoda. And Santi when you are not your numunsu. Song, I bet distort no maybe. Until the beer before 10 now will be done. Men numunsu. Now, to find a way, say, mini minimum to soak a crabby, now minimum dry, put a pepper on one some. I got the air condition money, there was an minimum dry. Was an minimum in I. It wouldn't soak a crabby, minimum soak a crabby, and now what they are found them. And now say, warm so much unknown. alcohol ɛda no ɛno nso so nya de papa wo se na minimum nyina no
ɛno ne sei no bedu anadwo na bɛbɔ be 2 am no wɔn metwa bie no ɔmo so ha na
etwa bie no eti otwa bi saa na wo de onidi ɔkɔkɔda anaduane ɛne ne nsuo fasi baabi ani tiri wɔ no baabi ani tiri wɔ no eti ɛbɔ bɛyɛ sɛ 2 hɔ no mo 3 hɔ no no a bonso wate nani ɔte nani abonso afei na wahunu sɛ ahia to no papa ɔte aduane ne mpampan a ɔbɛfa na watimi adi enti ansa ɛna wahwɛ so sɛ wotae so adwonso na bɛhu sɛ ya na wote burning sensation bi ɛwɔ bia ata sɛ wotadua na ɛba ano hɔ nom no anaasɛ wobonso wosisi n'akyi yase no wonya saa burning sensation a na tum sɛ dwonso no so ɛma sɛ de wosi pɛ no na wemu nya ɛyɛ asɛm hia papa biribi a wokɔ ntɛm a ɔmbɛtumi ɛna yɛ atadi tomankes so kɛse tomankes ɛna red ɛyi ne saa so oxidant na ɛwɔ mu no ɛtumi ɛboa so na sɛ ɔbɛtena se ama nnɛ yɛ na prostate no ɛyɛ ade a ɛha adwene papa so no ɛha adwene papa
adamfo bi a wawu wɔn kɔkɔ saa di ne nya bebree
so nti ɛna doctor ne ka no Professor J.E. Mensah or say 80% no was a chire na aba so because ya na ayen say echina say no atena ho na ene dey say okontam a enoma bebre ho so akra na ka eye honchon capsules and just ni nyina aboa atenti amalba entrance ma be ma fe say sabi wunye useless abra u prostate ha wo wate and you know what and so crash so dey na ayoyo na afese dawa na ye de aye jollof de ama wate eni anwa bebiri wate internet tomatoes ne ngum wate atiki so saa eti da bia moma enwura no anya adwuma mfama wate enka ndidi di nkrofo e friend say wache twonwon no na wasesa aye kawuro e de agu wache so na wode aye hyeto na wasan de aye tomato stew no na anwa na aye twon na kosua no efuofuo mu ade negosia ni fufuam eti ni nyina ze majeri ya dase it is happen as a story no see pa but I need to find time to read it more not to read it more asem kese pa ene da ho no no asem kese ene da no enti I say enti right.
Okay. And our van on to us na. Also chakra holiday about chakra nze no. Baba betel man of anaka.
No baba betel kakra. I said the Kwame Nkrumah September 21.
He did a birthday. And
the man of the millennium. So hono.
So call lembela yasem keto.
Omo kontokwa no.
And to Quanum.
Won't you say this in your friends saying,
oh,
what I want to call
me?
Go wizard. And that year, Omuko, Omuko,
we're my friend, me, Quago friend. Because on the question of tunes are frame, and no more Yawa Hono. Almost try someone best celebrity. Sorry for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Amana Efe. It's an essay activity.
Okay. All right.
Over. Let me join my
okay. Amanda. Now, wouldn't say, Major Mammy Franklin from our NDC for almost candidate on what West. Why had the Biama? I swear, lawyer James Enu, what in the dinner? I can imagine, say, registrations and semi young. Omu nyina ekokoshia registration center Tema West na omu free one 6 members of the Tema West MPP are involved in an accident ewo Sakumono Beach Road na omu nya accident no chese nipa prepare serious lawyer James Enu de Ford F150 edru ono na lawyer James Enu esi free ni car no na o donate in pickup no e de ma MPP for mpanifo no say yam fancy send penny be until say pick up no ebeba inti lawyer James Enu wayade say of the opposing party na MPP for na konya accident udru won no otimi won say accident victims so no failing to attend to an accident victim offense failing to attend to an accident victim. To go to accident victim, do us one, you know, now got train camera still so to Janoa. A principal in your found you. Into no, I think the Campbell lawyer James Nua Basso said being the first to meet up with the accident victims of Tema West MPP, now donating a Ford pickup and say, Young Fam Power Mukusi say National Ambulance Service for a buy a baby to us. Yakase Okotema General Emergency Center victims not at the home.
Ofa, the can make it for the lawyer near where the palm, but yeah, within the political circles, both MPP and then this, we reach out to each other all the time in terms of say business. I think with the meeting, them and also and I say we never able to got more. Just that it is the impression that you have created out there. Similarly, I say MPP doing this, they are time for, but not time for. To me, the methods of supporters, and they say, young father, and a kindness, a kind of professor, a kind of chief must say, yeah, you mean, in fact, a man won't try because at the end of the day, we are all Ghanaians and we are all seeking to do the same thing, better the lives of the people. Even though at the end of the day, either MPP or power and I say NDC and it is the party leaders who seek to benefit the most. We all have the same goal. But I couldn't say so in the but I say no say making sure say the lives of the people are bettered. You can't tell me say the Imam Muhammad Lucy 2016 elections some of the mistakes I did campaign against there are certain aspects of life that you can't control. It's the same with Akufo-Addo. Some of the things that we all seek to better the lives of the people. Seek to make sure say neighbor, because your next neighbor can be NDC member, and if you are an NDC MP, your next member can be MPP member. And then just a wound channel. The lawyer need wire there, and that is the hallmark of a true Ghanaian. There are certain countries that when you go, if say be Nigeria say, accident is in the films obi ehun poye. Yeah, politics no. Your barrier do so keke we are. If you are bontia, o unu a ochina e be say share.
Esofa one accident yet to the stand say na no ejusu police station highway so na kraman pa car na bono foforo na kraman no won na won go na say kraman kura na me yase kraman no ka bono na oda ho na nipa say ahomiti o.
Yeah. And so offer lawyer no ayade
amalima
over
ebi susu kura susu say John Dramani Mahama free registration center wa anche bia na accident so akosie eno so wa asem
send the asem say the car no ekoko say accident na eno betim da car asem
na so free wa anche bia
but ultimate control the activities of human beings. Therefore, I say
you free wa anche bia na o makonya accident dey
ofa ma park me car down ho say me nyamfo ba ya me no ka say me call down hon my so be the car bomb me dey nachi say be the car bomb me dey nachi. So one call ADAKABRI show aka we nyina anka ambasa. You can't control the activities of you can never be so careful. But my careful but won't be careful on the others. I say uchika and some Russia left and right because if you are careful but be the if you be bar so that you can just be extra careful about it. So you can never be overly careful. You can only do your own. It is this thing I say, Mama name free Hornman accident. He say, I think that's a pedestrian politics.
Amalima.
over
James Enu.
my main mawahana in chair Tifo. I take right?
Yeah.
Mohammed? Yakubu, okay. We are meeting for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to see you.
Hana be interrogating. Ade usuro
no.
Ade
Is your MPP?
Yeah, yes, Babeka, I want to want to see a busa.
MPP for no, Jumano, I decam for a ball so. Did there be a normal papa?
Not for the first time or no.
That mean can't say.
But you're exposed on social media.
Very well.
And other mainstream media.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Me just say Hana be interrogating. Once a meeting. I take him now.
Oh, offer staff in Ashasi.
Over. Ghana politics had always been peaceful until the emergence of Mampini Akufo-Addo in the political scene. See, about the politics of enmity, wono ena okofa buy na odi ahwede ba afi no no aso no de once na eka ho buy my member doctor abaso in fact so we share
lawyer James ni
yeah so we share bibiri mu ha ene ama no ne a difference wo mu no e ade ba kope ho mu bu nipa nkwa ha yemfa nipa nkwa ye hwe that's the difference enunti na bruchire there are certain popular social media platforms I am a call for videos like The Detective, FBI Files, and many others. It is mainly about investigations. Nipa ya kunu ya twitwa nesini atoto ne pass na twene ebu kwa mpo ya hye no omo betrezia nipa oyi des odis abore no omo ache no yeah how so you have a lot of unresolved murder cases within the system. The issue is that human life is very precious and we can't afford to waste it. And it's only here more boano. The name Mohammed Yakubu Ekano. NDC MPP adie ba ko pani ntimi ye. Say me so apem me de o me yere be ma obi se hwene ma me. MPP ni me hwene ma me and vice versa. And now say be free radio so and so oh I think me ntimi nko ni FM ntu MPP ni be jemu ma me NDC ni na NDC ni ko jama MPP. That one we will never do it. No matter what. Quite apart from that, we do everything together. Wow. And you know, Omana ye team no offer. Only say na otwi a etwem on Saturday ya. Ene ye koye me kid brother ne yere ho ade e wo magazine. Magazine
Uni akitwa na ware.
Offer asem na me ka kire nya fere so be interrogate me.
Afrema mu ti ati
ni die mu ati die me ka no. Wow,
uni akitwa ware.
Offer ti die me ka no.
Ati busade ma me se no ware.
Offer.
That question I mean to me because most me ware.
As I'm growing
up. From Upper East. As Kusasini, baby anedo abepiro no fantimem. E je se won so me na fantifo ba ya yon e ba ya contact.
E wo de e wo
e me anti so ko ware be kwai no. Be kwai. Oh, you see the beauty of Ghanaian society. So integration politics. And they create some kind of conditions and now situation now ability to mayhem. At the end of the day, you will end up harming your friend or harming a brother or harming anybody or someone closer to you. So, enti sanya chirena tufuno yanhwe papa ensua mom. So, yanhwe papa ensua na bone de ehuni mfa so bia manipa bia. At the end of the day, when you're the opinion na nipa o hwehwe tumi abedi on so ni ho a ehun fa so anything. Enti apra for no ye mamko say na yɛsɛ yankopɔn adom ne ne nhyira ne na moburu hunu ɛma ɔmo na ɔnsa ɔmo prekuro ntempa na
electoral commission say we revise it downwards estimated 1.3 million eligible voters are now go be register ɔmo. What do you make of it?
Offer opesa wote ɔmampini Kufuado na ban no ne suban any state institutions a ɛyɛ dwuma ɛwɔ ɔmo asene yi a ti ni siye ewo MPP Super Delegate Congress omokoye Kennedy okompre ko a Japan emprempren ya ye ka say oyemrahye bedwani ewo Asen Central right wono oprese obetu franka ema amayoku a edia kunja so the New Patriotic Party Kennedy Japan ekotena radio so say ye di asem bi akọ obi di asem akọ court e fa na sase ho sada no wan court otemuafo wotie kunwa so e di atemu aba ansonani na say so oni e dey na wo say wo ye you appeal against the judgment wanyesa
asem ebusa de what has that
got for me can so be see asem so
there be the can asem directly
for asem na make
commission say we revise the figures of 1.3 million eligible voters and come register at the about 55% of same. What do you make of it?
Over what was it pass some make
electoral commission asem the
they can't so be see asem so
bebe bia de akwana kwanwa
kwanwa mame
mawie kra
mawie kra
nti kobobo obi a wakwa elections bia nkoboni din wa ha na ha yen why
what did you call us we brefie during the elections Ken so bet your Mpina Kufuor the showdown. That's not even because of polling station and now.
And about me also so Bema John showdown.
Oh, say about me any day opponent. We are talking about internal.
Any opponent as
no, we are talking about internal. Say NDC versus MPP 2 matches. But when Ankasane yes selected players no omokobono one omokomu. Can the Japan and a party etia kunya so no any confidence in the Ghanaian institutions, including the judiciary itself. Other than that, elections are a new man someone would have thought say Kobeka Sobeko court. But he chose a different way because only the weaponization of the state institutions in federals of the MPP kind diabolical political agenda. I don't think want to Sobeko court, but he will give them a showdown. Are you surprised that electoral commission Ebeka say we are revising figures in downward? In fact, what about 200 kwampa me enye me wawa a prayerful ho asem a wo de to ho ayedi kaka ho asem no of office say commode election registration no e de ko electoral area na nka ye walking distance a ka wo be kwa ko yesa kwanhye we yana anu sisimi na so eye pra ho asem ne e ka no na nka ko ye owuo so e sakra omo nkwane ka from nsa ye nya ne ye no kire biom me ka say wo mo ye breadwinners of their families omo nkwa ma fie jadum nanso oman wudonti ni akoba no electoral commission the last time oye registration was somewhere June July 2020 if my memory serves me right, before the elections. That was the general registration of Moye. 2021 1 year limited registration, 22 1 year, 23 ya chemu miensa and 9 afamu miensa ba ku aka ne de ko na wie yi enunti a stand to reason say nipa dodo na adi 18 years and above na so bo mo ntimi antwere mu din a sabre effort so mu din ekowuma voter register ni mu. But given the figures among the man, don't forget say omo kasem koya in 2019 so they were targeting is it little above 900,000 registrant or applicant. NDC objected against it. In a case, the minimum should be 1.5 million. A rich will register 1.2 million. Okay? And you just, I think within 1 year, or in 1.5 year period, Sabring, approximately 3 years or so, I want your limited registration. You are projecting, say, numbers no ever down. You are sitting in the comfort of office in our projecting numbers. Now, to be found from them, how can we trust those numbers? Especially given the fact that you called two abandoned in 2020. Mami, when you are in the office, it changed election results 6 times. NDC filed the application in court, petition in court, challenging the outcome of the elections. Results or the back court was different from the 6 ones what declared so far, including the gazetted results. So, which result made of Mpine Kufuor were present for the second time? What results? And as we sit here, we don't know. See, over. I am so much excited about the level of seriousness Guardian have attached so far to this ongoing exercise. Regardless of all the official and administrative attempts, ably supported by the government to ensure that a lot of people are disenfranchised. See, Article 42 of the Constitution is very clear on this matter. 45 plus 1E, the functions of the Electoral Commission, the E is very specific. Their programs should be geared towards expanding the scope of the voter register, but not contracting it. And Article 45, 41, 42, the criteria there set by the Constitution is just 3 basic. You must be a Ghanaian, 18 years and above, and sound mind. But Jen Mensah, at the time when IEA Chief Executive Officer in 2014, any peace council, they had a problem of Electoral Commission na Charlotte Osei Edano, and in 2014 they were warning Charlotte Osei Electoral Commission said they should be careful not to disenfranchise Ghanaians and were calling for extension of date. And the Peace Council Wahifa, all the other organs from Wahifa, this same person now has the EC, and this is her behavior. Very shocking. But situation bring the best out of people and the worst out of people. Said I think is it Abraham Lincoln Kai, nearly all men can stand adversity. But if you want to test a man's true character, give him power. If you want to test Jen Mensah's true character, make her EC boss. And now we are seeing it. We are seeing it, but I want to tell them, it doesn't matter what they will do. So they said, the national chairman of NDC, during the orientation of the various directors of the party, I think 2 weeks ago, or someone the polling station could see, that was during the following day during the emergency press conference. On Monday, polling stations, so the registration centers in the Kwampo, Eddie could see we will make sure people get there and register. NDC, we are doing our best by supporting that people can have access to go and register. We are not doing it because you pay voting here. No. But the abiding authorities in Omo constitutionally mandated functions and responsibilities are. It's time to reason that a little you can do to help, do a help. So they are dog, a control say ask the intensity or then a car, and my idea for no call in the same way that NDC will continue to provide service to the Ghanaian people, irrespective of whether or not we are in power. We will continue to stand by the people. We will continue to cry with the people. We will continue to do the little we can. So the bear Ghana for Betimanya Maumudi Ako about to occur time na December 7, 2024. About to know ye na ebeboa. Near MPP Afro Kunyaso won't continue Fiboko because they have proven consistently and time without number. So our policies, their programs, and their governance style is inimical to the welfare of the people. Other than that, and draw me a video in one of my networks, one of the sisters, one of the media station, specifically on FM. Now, over voter region, to be ensure to Emma, ensure you, ensure more cross on the yiri. Kwabrane atam obatime and ba adi less than 6 months. Eshenechi no atama me na soa ne kom ordinance konkon e na ordinance nsuo no mu etwa onanti ya ma nsuo no beda ne minim na nipa ne mu no ba sini kon ordinance twa nsuo no se de be obetima ko register na otwore din adan ne yede amanfo ekosa ho yenye mu sa. Why? Meanwhile, expenses are they running this exercise no a new man pineku for the bottom sa so na enye Jen Mensah ne busu na ketua ne yede yesa dwuma we e Ghana for sika constitution no ama ho kwan. I think under article 54 say yem ma sa yen charge that expense of the years no on the consolidated fund. Yes, article 54 clause 1 on the consolidated fund anything you try you levy wherever you are. And until now, koto bibia, yeah, the taxes are good to the extent that COVID-19 and ne akwa we are suffering in ano. Ghana phone called the COVID-19 tax. The only country in the world and the only government in the world government charging COVID-19 levy in every commodity you buy in the country. So it's very obvious. This government knows clearly, but they are not prepared to go home. But the people help them to go. Whether they like it or not, we will help them to go home. And in Timo being an adjourn, 2024, or Mefa Kwatiko Mbiso, as I impose some will on the people, it will not happen today, it will never happen tomorrow, and it will never happen again because Ghana for you learned a bitter lesson. So the Yahuta Maklu, a kind of dog, we learned a bitter lesson, and these bitter lessons, must be a bitter lesson once and for all. And must it never in any course of national life service out to you. And newer electoral commission in Kano, we are monitoring it closely, but we want to assure her in a Nipan, maybe no Ghana ni, maybe no 18 years, maybe not serve only sound mind to the constitutional Kano. Now so Bia or Ghana near Wadi 18 years or so sound mind. I want the 18 years there. Mamma power all real blue bottom up. Because their name go to the voter register and their constitutional right, and we'll make sure it happens.
Amaliba Haruna Kingsley and Artin of the NDC stock. In the NTA, Atik Yakubu of the MPP. Voters register. Now, electoral commission are revising almost estimated 1.3 million registrants downwards up to 55%. Now, NTA said this here. Yakubu, Atik NTA way.
I believe the topic, it was on the EC downgrading the number of people that they wanted to register from 1.3 to 55% of the number. So let's say we're looking at 700,000 or so. Yeah. I didn't see how Japan is super delegates in some but that is how they are. So, of our winning remedy, I think I also have to respond to some of the comments that he made before I come to the EC. He made mention, say, our superdelegate was characterized with violence. Over, you got two superdelegate conference, and we had about 17 voting centers. That's including the party head office, the system regions, and the party head office for diaspora, for any national executive committee members, any founding members, to come vote. And out of that 17, we recorded only one incident. Out of 17, we recorded one incident. An incident involving a polling agent of a candidate and also a regional executive. And you say, Bamia polling agent, any Alan polling agent, and as a Japan polling agent at the boss. Misunderstanding between people who are from the same region. So that is enough for you to paint it as the election was characterized with so much violence. That's enough. One incident out of the 17 polling centers. And also, you see, let us not be hypocritical and ask, anytime MP call election, there's an incident, and NDC call election, there's an incident. It is the political parties or the leaders within the parties that stock fire into it. So, I'm phone. I'm a regional youth organizer. No, I bet you call war Alan Pool agent. And he say, I can't bet to about do have for bet you one. It was just a misunderstanding that happened. Minor misunderstanding that they couldn't control it. Anye biano moko to mo national youth conference mo elections ye hu group of tax when your party for ye ndey na say na party ni ye hu tax and enye yi vigilante group e kra say vigilante group bia mo di anya debisa no the dogs of wale or dogs of burger or whatever they call it. You saw the tax whatever they did over there. Sabe anya bia nkofo na minimum like I said these are, I wouldn't say they are criminal, but these are, let me still use the word tax, beating each other to the extent that the police issued a report. The National Police Command issued a report, instituted an investigation, and arrested some of them. And you talk about violence, you have the moral right to talk about violence when it has to do with us. And MPP came from a revolution, and when anybody tries that, we are going to show them how the revolution is done. As former President Mahama, who was a sitting president, who made a comment that NDC came from a revolution, and when we try them, they'll show us something small. And this same people are here talking about decency in Ghanaian politics. I mean, come on. At times, I say when you have cotton behind your back, you don't jump over fire. Because you are the same people. When it comes to violence in elections, you Ghanaians know when it comes to violence in election, Ghanaians know NDC to be more violent than NPP. And as long as nipa no ebe ye hu adwuma no tanto ebe si sabe ofa o my case and my case ye just 100 years o mon konta kwada em bon hoda but see a jam no etna fear within 1 year ebia me ne bi hon ma ebia ompe obeka ebia also the hon ma ebia obeya mempe meka not the problem. But so all those excesses are part of a human institution. So I'm not proud say one incident after the 17 happened. I pray say it could have been an incident free, but it not happen. No, we can't do any other thing than to move on and hope for the best when it comes to internal elections. So far, going back to the EC proposal to downgrade from 50 to 55% of what they are expecting. I think that's the best way. Reason being that MPP as a party, meaning say as a party, your position, IPAC, which I believe the NDC are no more members of IPAC. They decided to withdraw, which I stand to be corrected. But the last time I checked, they withdrawn from IPAC. For your position, they say it is not a good time to do registration. That is one. Two, because we were talking from our point of view as a political party. In our point of view, they say we are having a presidential and parliamentary primaries. We are investing so much into it. That is one. Two, yesterday, say the party structure now be carbon. I could try amount for abe register now. These are the same structures that we are using for presidential and parliamentary campaigns. And you see, whether we like it or not, whenever there's going to be elections, 2, 3 months, 4 months to elections, there's so much antagonism within the constituencies. And then say, oh, reach out to the other person and pull him on board to help with the registration. But say, you a parliamentary primaries and as a presidential elections, then there you can now be able to call other people to come on board and vote. And come on board and get people to register from the electoral areas. But then the ECs also come with a position. One, your position and your law. Actually, if I may say, your position and your law. We are looking at our interests. You can say our parochial interests. But it's not the law. I can say parochial interests. Because I know that he will go there. We are saying that it's not the position of the law. ECs culture say we have to do district assembly elections. So in organizing the district assembly elections, you need to do registration. Register within the 20. Not qualified to register within the 20 for the 2020 elections. We are now opening for them to also come and register. That is the first time voters and new registrants, people who are above and they decide not to register. We are giving them the opportunity to come and register. Say they have been disenfranchised. Two, as a political party, you raise point and say on district basis, the problem being you make it that point that we do not support the centralized registration of voters. And we made our position very, 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 very clear to them. The reason why we don't support it is that we more trouble constituency. It's funny say nipa kono wo ACP. Funny say registrant no wo ACP. And the person will have to move all the way from ACP junction all the way to somewhere like Amomole and I say Asofa to go register. Funny say Hona EC office no to go register. At the end of the day, it is you the constituency executive that they put the pressure on because you have to vote, so you have to look for money and pay for their transportation. You see a problem now about that assembly members and so, and there are people who go around getting people to go register because election ever. And the assembly man, if he also doesn't have much money, let's not pretend. Assembly elections usually at times are political. And the assembly man is back on the MP honor, and as a constituency chairman or say chairman, elections the voter register they are first time voters. But I have to go 8 kilometers to this place before I can get them to register. Then the chairman will also have to find a way to cough money for the person to support. And this registration exercise, the method that is being used, has been so much expensive to both parties. I'm speaking for all parties. It has been so much expensive, so much inconvenient. And it's home assessment. And we say they might not be able to achieve the number one. I'm not more nipa. they might not be able to achieve the number because of the constraint that comes with it. 2, the financial burdens that is on people to move from one place to other to go with this. And if they also feel like at the end of the day, they will have no other option to say that only 1.3 yeah, about 700,000, which maybe they think that they might be able to achieve. So if they have revised, we will also beg them that this method of registration should not be something that will happen again. Of what I say, it shouldn't be something that will happen again, because
you know what reason, do you still doubt the sincerity of issue?
See, we are learning very shocking things this afternoon.
Ofa, let me land with something. Okay. Ofa, let me land with something. Registration you know, SS you know, MPP for back register, NDC for back register. It won't be in our own benefit. In our own benefit to spend extra money on transportation to people who could have worked just from their house to come and register. And it is not also in our interest as a political party to also to also call for a registration at this moment when we are going for our internal primaries, a hot primaries, being constituency or presidential election. So it's our constituency or often constituency. For example, you say somewhere like Okanko North. Honorable Doki I will contest ho. If you go to contest, opinion air contest, Ken Cranche, and so contest ho. You see, all these people will try to do things to give them a good face, but they are all doing things. But the things that they are doing is not things that will also get the vote in, because as there's a level of antagonism going on, because between Puli and Mafo 3 points, mammy. So internal sabotage will go on until this registration at this time. No, to us MPP, no, it is not the good time for us. But then, as ECNO has the right, they have the power per the constitution to do it. You know, what we all have to do is we can lament, but still go on with the registration. If the court, I learned the issue has been taken to court by some smaller parties. If the issue goes to court, say the issue was within their right, we still have people that we made them register. If the issue goes to court that the issue was not within their right to do it in a centralized way, then we still don't lose much. It's maybe there. Measure a police station executive for crime. So far, the party structure is not how we expected it to be, but the registrations in the course of the year, I'll continue to seek them to put in much effort, especially police station youth organizers, get the 18 those first-time voters, massively to come and vote, because at the end of the day, it is a voter register that will determine who becomes the president. It's made a mess romo. Say whatever problem that they are facing, let's overlook it for now and register. The politics will continue afterwards.
Right, Amalba.
I
think Yakubu now making a point.
And your voter register may determine the president. It is the will of the people that will determine the president. The voter register, it is
the will of the people are manifested.
It will not. I know that the will of the people will be manifest, but it is a formality. That is not the end product. See, the electoral commission is not owned by the political parties. It is a constitutionally created body by the will of the people and for the service to the people. And every expenses of the electoral commission, including temporary staff from the engagee, Article 71 office holders or Moye Juma in the commission, and everybody. The commissioners, we Ghanaians fund it because it's part of the administrative expenses of the commission and it's charged from the consolidated fund. And until the commission cannot, at any point in time, say, me yeah, my dear. And indeed, I think you are saying that this must go on simply because internal elections, someone here at this time it will not favor you. And so therefore, The commission, whether they like it, that's the idea I got.
No. I didn't say that.
Let me proceed.
I didn't say that.
You can write it down. If you disagree, write it down.
No. What can be? What's one cancer so many cancer?
I'm trying to. What was the time na yejuma?
I didn't ask what kind.
Me say that's some all kind. All kind. Adwenya me manya ne say.
Didn't know what kind when you want.
There or say this registration exercise coincided with almost internal elections, both presidential primaries and the parliamentary primaries, and so because of illness here. And in between, there is how do you call it? Assembly elections are basso. And these are activities where you are whether we like it or not. Assembly elections are political. One worker make what I know is the constitution says that lower level elections no any political, but now can say political.
Nah,
I
never said it's political. I never no. Don't misconstrue.
They are not kind of complaining of.
Opa, make I say. Say, Omopa, maybe some country say, Omopa, say, even we are seeking our parochial interest by stating that the registration shouldn't happen now. Make I say, to there, it doesn't favor us.
Yeah.
Contrary to what their views that we are in bed with the electoral commission to go by the registration as at this time. Now make I say with the party structures being engaged in parliamentary elections and presidential election, it is not a good time for us.
Time in your
So we agree with you. But I also did make a statement that I said, say
your point. That's okay.
Say assemblyman obi call for assembly election. Now say everybody has the coloring. Even the assembly election, no, and not political.
You are repeating yourself.
Political.
Oversee.
Oversee.
Or address the audience. And to us, I don't know can't you oversee. Electoral commissioner, Wahono, my own say, a Farijanus out of electoral commission. Because your electoral commissioner, MPP for more machinations. And ye shall to say free war, Namodi Generals are better also on your bidding. That's obvious. Yes, sent to electoral commissioner.
And a Momoya Honday.
Dr. Bossman Asari.
And a Momoya Honday.
Over.
Say MPP for Kofage, Jimens, I say, or may the bidding of MPP. And a more largest opposition party, Moya Honday.
Over the near way.
What
can we do?
Okay,
well, your solution I propose, we will implement it.
Maybe they may not be proposed.
Fine. You want both man?
I dance the men.
Appear here.
Which is I dance the men. Boss Master, I dance the men.
Student or more University of Ghana. I know him.
Let me a national test
Mr. Pierre.
You would excuse Dr. Bossman Asare on the basis that we cannot independently substantiate that assertion.
Very well. I am liable to what I say here. And Wachi, Abrana NPP, Ebeto just said, was it 2018 or 19 thereabout, or earlier before? Say, these two assembly elections, is that Article 245 or 6? Yenye amendment vis-a-vis Article 55 now and reflected the elections of the DCs. Should it be partisan or non-partisan? NDC position was that if that election so you be or DC level, it should be non-partisan. Government ni say a partisan. Bossman Asari want support the government position. Or you refuse.
Government position. So I bet this crime so
very well because
EC commission with 7 commissioners. It means so many young growth will do over personalized.
Kotokode
7.
Kotokode has the Kobobo.
Yes 7.
Kotokode has the Kobobo.
Yes 7.
Coach of a referee obedi ball. Amaliba any court either has for your coach. Referee oba wabeda Amaliba fee and run do makuma poncha malari. What should say match never fair. But the point here is that yes, also
a commission of 7 commissioners.
Me you am one.
Now one be man sabre no.
Yawo omampani were appointing non-MPP activists. 2 Edinburgh Cotton Hall. They raise the issues. Unim letter National Council of Elders, Councils of State, NDC. This is the nature of the EC we have. It appears that everything, and see, IPAC in your organization, no can send this a member, IPAC is not an organization. Get it right. It appears that, it is very obvious that the EC is in bed. You have weapons. It's very obvious. But regardless of all the intimidations, the powers of the people are more powerful than those who are in power. I want to tell you that when in the Tonton Makut of Haiti, led by Papa Dog from Cote d'Ivoire and every politician and political actor must read about the Haitian dictator from Cote d'Ivoire, Papa Dog, Papa Dog, and Baby Dog, the Tonton Makut. At the end of the day,
how do you relate it to Ghana?
I relate it because the government in office, we have a political party led by a president that during elections conducted by the EC, Ghanaians ate Ephraim up to date. There have not been any justice for their families. I was gone. We will not sit down and allow those things to happen again. The people will resist any attempt to make anybody a victim of elections.
NDC internal elections. Why not conduct elections?
Over, election directorate of the NDC. And they're conducting elections in you see back in kind papers, declare result. That's all.
So you see participated.
Or back in kind papers.
I just say
oversee.
Wow, internal elections,
Over, unim. The internal elections, are dictated by the Constitution. I think the Article 54, Clause 3, if I'm right, or 4, that the internal, that's Clause 5, Article 54, Clause 5, says that's 55, Clause 5, says that the internal organization of a political party shall conform to democratic principles, and its actions and purposes shall not contravene or be inconsistent with this provision or any other law. The Political Parties Act and other enactment are supporting to this constitutional provision. And when any the guiding manual INDC so at the conducting elections it's a party be more or aggrieved by the decision of the electoral department of the NDC. That person can go to court. So far we didn't see anything of that kind. And they're printing the ballot papers and everything. NDC you really think ECA back in camp papers no on Accra Sports Stadium, they declare results, not Jemusika call. That was what they came and do. No problem about that arrangement. Because a band said I'm party internal elections. You see back camp papers, let me try this Kamanico. I mean for what? I make Miami elections, I declare my results. So I went to Freepon to a Bono. What to change now? What's more background maintain or invoke a man for banking license and penny football come out by the to our young show a common penny for the fear and get panacha second bear. Osan to firi chebi ana meboa awo tia benwa so sesi yi obeba kunwa so Ghana mampini no opa chaw mo nso menhwe ene Ghana fo ya so na hwe mo obeda no nso hwe kanya sa amane hunu wei e fa hifa enti ye kan papa so pa man so yen no model e ne ye muntra ye kama funu ne kama dampan e ti mamu for ntra and the electoral commission nyoma oye no etiamra e dia wochire batima mamu for no so a yen se chi yese ne yenka ne ne ye kan fe wanya kwa oba pampoa fakọ or the saying electoral areas no na nipa no ntimi ko register o modin e wo ho na inconveniences and hardship are imposed no yentimi nya den and cure that challenges no bone be that's what bone America it is true court ya de court wa otemu for peninza ono nko ne obi obetima ma date e okroma and ye ni se dey asem no court and other political parties no ya nya date later on mamene ban obedu ye no to afọ ba conference e wo and date before ama
okay
and President Mahama energy issues no mo ko set date almost set date na akoya 17th October next month by then na youth why any activities in awie and injunction e ko si ko dem fa so e dey I mean mo manya nyoma ye no say o man na ye chin from obi ya e from kai ni obi na mo kai say wo some the political party political power nti any who da aka mo sie kinti na mo dey say we are don't forget your time will come you also go back to your opposition the opposition ba na party be ba it might not even be NDC but the party be ba ben na we say e hye mo ye to ba mo dia komuti akonwa so no ye mfo san hye na mfa nimu a ho na mo be hu say yes e hye me kan sa brain o man penin ku fado na mamu nti wote a wo kasa de nene you are young man you have years in power so you have years to be in Ghana politics na do time near sadie we injustice way do I think that you see the pains how it is.
All right,
let us be careful about bad precedents. It won't help anybody.
Offer Nekasa no the baby no he made certain comments. There's the comment that he just made. He's talking as if the Ekufa do Shembra and our state institutions in Mraba it affects only NDC members, MPP for Yankaho. As if you are not Ghanaians. Offer say inflation doesn't it affect you? Say CD depreciate doesn't it affect you? That affect me so. So this comment about you're a young man, you have so many years in Ghana politics. What is the summation of it? The summation all has to do with electoral commission registering people. I'm saying that me know you disagree about the timing. Point I mean man state say you disagree about the timing. Yeah, about the timing. So what is this first about as if say we are okay with whatever is going on with the EC, the modus operandi they are using to do the registration. What was this all first about? It seems that now the NDC people don't have anything to say. But I don't blame them. Opa, Omujom flag barrier, parliamentary candidates in May. Up to now, the biggest opposition party have not been able to do any single program or put out any solution, any alternative. They call themselves the alternative to rule. They haven't brought any single alternative till date. They have a flag barrier. They have parliamentary candidate till date across the country. There's no single program that they've been able to do. It shows their incompetence. You are incompetent in power. You are voted against based on incompetence and corruption. I see incompetence and corruption. You went to opposition and you are still incompetent in opposition. You have set a record. The most incompetent opposition that we've ever had is this government. Is this NDC party. The most incompetent opposition we've ever had is this NDC party. Most incompetent ever. Because I mean, this is my time. I can give him part of my time to tell me what they've been able to do as a party. Nothing. Alternative that they've been able to give to the people of this country. Nothing. And your opposition, we're rolling out policies that we will do before we even came up with our manifesto. I know he's coming back to tell me that, it's everything will be in our manifesto. Tell me what you are going to do. Now, say, I to cocoa, the bags, I was expecting them to come and tell us, we need power. We are going to move it from 1,308 to, let's say, 2060. They've not been able to profess even one alternative, one policy to whatever we've done. So, at the end of the day, it's not about the rant. give me the policies. One more time. FOB price in 2016 was 2,950. Oh, let me talk. When you were talking about fish farming, you were talking about cassava farming, brought in internal politics. I kept quiet. So let me also talk. Me say FOB price during their time, 2016 was 2,950. Still, they still paid cocoa farmers 475 cedis per bag. Yeah, time. As at now, FOB price $2,600. We are paying $1,308. So I'm expecting him to give me a better alternative. What will you do in government? All right.
$2,800.
$2,000. $200. FOB price, no.
And the FOB price, you see, $200, no. What about between 1,300
and eight,
no. How much is it in dollars? 1,300,
1,208. I think it should be around
a region of Serbia, $110.
$110 and 99 point something dollars.
$110.
Yeah,
at time I would say no so turn of 400 and now converting to dollars.
It could be probably around 5 to 6 cities.
And in just a time in dollars in the say that would convert itself amount into dollars.
It would have been let's say,
and so now we are about in percentage terms.
In percentage terms.
No. You see, are you up to 72%? Are you up to 70%?
We are 63% increment.
It will be at the time be a chairman, irrespective of the figure. Now only up to 72% of a year at the end of Wakakotono. And then the woman is 63. It because we catch us 58.
And 62 offer, you see?
It's a 63. At the end can you win 72%. And the woman is 63%.
Offer.
And also the one who's for him.
Offer.
Now, 1,300. Do you know whether a year cocoa, a year cratch for I shall see this kind of more manner?
Offer. Let us look at what we take. Well,
I'm asking, do you know? This is here, cocoa now. 1,300 remember one.
Oh, we have a rollout plan. We have a rollout plan. We have a rollout plan. And I believe so. Offer.
Yes, Offer, 1,300.
Offer, I believe so. The communication has really gone down very well. And as I said, 1,308, no, I believe in the following year, the next year, the next cocoa season, we're expecting it to go up again. Because inflation has gone up, which we agree. The city has depreciated, which we agree. So as the indicators are now coming down, we expect the city is getting stabilized. I think it has been stable for the past 3 weeks. We expect, say, by the time we come next year, now drop it down. No? We still maintain the price. So it still goes on to benefit them. If I'm not say the voter registration will not determine the next president of Ghana. But then it is the will of the people. So, the will of people is cast in the ballot. It is not the talk that you put here. The talk that you put here, no, it's just your opinion. If you sit in your house and say, maybe you think that maybe a man can say, so you are going to vote against us, and you don't go to vote, will you be counted? Will it affect the presidency? So I don't understand where he's saying that voters register will not determine who becomes the next president of Ghana. He went on to take on Jim Mensah. I'm not the spokesperson for the Electoral Commission. MP communicators are not the spokespersons of the Electoral Commission. But certain inaccuracies and hypocrisies have to be spelled out. One more time. They had Afrejan being the EC. And Afrejan was the one of, I stand to be correct, I think 2000 elections, he was the same EC. And the election that saw to the election that saw to the election of President Kufuor, he was the EC. In 2008, Educo opposition, he was the EC. In 2012, Lucy, he was the EC that we took to court. And within that court ruling, the Supreme Court came with recommendations that the Electoral Commission implemented. And we didn't go to court with emptiness. We went there with our evidence called pink sheet. At the end of the day, we had 4 Supreme Court judges voting in our favor and 5 going against us. We were just left with 1. We would have won. So it doesn't mean say we went there with an empty case. You, under J. Mensa as electoral commission, your entire party machinery, led by your current chairman, who was the general secretary, went to Supreme Court with no evidence, nothing. And this is a serious political party who in 2016 were not able to collate their figures. All they could tell Ghanaians was that they were on their way to victory. They are cruising to victory. And these people call themselves a serious political party. 2016, you could not even get the results that you had. 2020, you went to Supreme Court with no evidence, and you still talk about seriousness.
Interview and newspapers na team no it me afraid was 0302 243540 0302 243540 and I said 0302 257902 0302 257902 na yentie dia won so whatever ba. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Anyi pacha frosing.
Mpacho ya from ya banya mikasa frya shamanzim.
Yentie we.
Openi kati midawati ye pa. Utie MPP ni no ti wonu nsemu no kika nyina. Openi esebufuo ye papa. Mu opposition mu anu de. Bosi amutimi ndisu ana mushia Ghana fo. Mu akata mu betra tumi mu hwekwanya mu de kokko kuafo ye de afaso. Wo betra ho kan de. Mu betimi di mu ho atutu NDC fo. Kwanya NDC fo ni kokko kuafo faso. Hwe abra na NDC amanyo ko ho ye di fertilizer buyer na ye chema kuafo na ye tron for not for sale. Openyi mi bua. NDC amanyo ko free akonya so mu buyer e die na mu ye mai kuafo. Koko ye fertilizer na ya tron not for say mu ba ye mu beton my kuafo no mu yi not ni fi wona mu ye mu di for say ni bo na muton ifa so be mpa na koko farmers anya free MPP abanyo we wo enti mu betra mu kan se mu ebeta che kuafo ebufu ana papa nya kuani utina akra ho ana ye titi ma udi enti unnim ha nya amane kuafo fem kayati udi nkofo weti a wo be kan se mu enteta woka Yaminka
0302 257902. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Akabara Punje.
Kuntum yahuye.
Adakabara une fifi kuntu ba kuntu magina. Adakabara ko bikasa no ukum dire.
Hoye yamena adom. Anana mo nyina wo hoye.
Yo, aya, Mr. Juma ku bikasa ne bifi. Adakabara MPP no to no. Listen, some of the Takwama, Adakabe, Kama, Yatomanda Nuko, Bruno Fro or Bruno, Adakabe, Kama Domahama, almost 6 million a bagano. Then come in the middle, one thing, Adakabe, we are torn 5 cities. Adakabe, and the middle, and your 40 cities, everything was going to be Sano. Adakabe, and the middle, your 40 cities. And to say, Mama, or took 6 million. Let's submit to me 5 cities. Now in the middle, you're 40 cities. Name me, Limpano, 1,099. I will say, 1 week from flow. And I come back, come, Mama, or took 6 million. Let's chance that 1 bag, 1 packet to 1 packet, and do 50 million. And I come back, and now 200 million. I stand there, not to one canoe, and I come back. Mama, or took 6 million. And the cement, 1 bag, 1 million. Then your 40 cities, and the cement of 1.5. Obviously, so what the man is about to die that. Mama, I'm a Ghana. One of them what is this free? 1 million free. And so what is the performer? And the comment for bro. Because I live with you, or Roto. You will then what this year. Now, a couple of what to go come and then I was so quiet. And the comment, what's this free education? And the school, and the comment, yeah. One man has been school schooling. I say this one you so you and come back. Me papa mo afre me school free. Me papa so no kwani. Me papa wo score them and come yan one such a girl to go school. No, what gun is thing? What big thing can my family say gun here? You come to America. Me stay with the babuyo. Can you do more family? Anything social. Let's hear so jala ya chon. What mo go me ya chon ya mo do ba. No go say NDC. Ya say see into ya chair. Wo do mo
Okay. 0302 243540. Good afternoon.
Ofa, memo kwaba.
Ya Japani.
Ivan Chinema Philbasa.
Aye, minim say fear the of me papa.
Me for FD suntia on Abu Canada Japan.
Akom what actually?
Come 4 years, Obi and Shemu, kind or a grassroots. Ni ADAKABRI, Odie, minim senia wote. Calculating President Mama no Mabreso, and President Kufon Mabreso. Na cocoa price here, saying. Oh, me wo me cocoa for me chabre open. Cocoa me wo different 6. And for ye, me na nanum ne ma me num bida. One I walk at one na wo cocoa. Obi be jina wa na kurafo na yi. Wo wa ba together. Wa so ko ba ye de cocoa muda. Wa bo spray da. ADAKABRI I no be free education. Me ba wie school 209. Me ko ji me cocoa pass books. E ko ji scholarship form. E wa this me bani ya the father kali. Me cha kwanya se ochina e na menya CMB scholarship aminim. E kwa fuma hin na wo to me ko school. Na nado anye ye kura no me ma ofase fo 9. Wa ko free education. Trami adia NDC woba e bua Ghana fo. Aya ubeka se wo mbu o man da. President Mama na bresu na uba wanuma. Na diban abegum. Odu usa se obotoma. Na sika abesem. Aban no enyoma oye enya mutumika. Na muka se mu mbu o man da. Yati o man mu ye da sun 4 years. Mona mutumide mode sika ko treba sika. In the basa modi photo bubo ho dey 2.something billion. Kwase ni abase sinaye. Da bia bedru kwanso na asesi wo. ADAKABRI program ti mi wo motorway so na medina me no kasa. Aya NDC for jam wo jinsa Ghana fu binum. Ye nim nyansa. O tan a mode free cool asi abesi ne. Obi bi na mu ni bia. Se jama yi. Ene aye dai. Na nadu den wa ye mu. Obi ba o si na nadu oba onye fi. Ambulance keke. Obi kota ambulance mbra. Okoto 207. Ye wa ha mu koma Gambila sika. So on say Hope City. Ekosi say Vice President Nedan musi $13 million. Ye wa ha nina ensi wo omeyin. Aya mu bana mu kasa. Ye na ye sie mu no sabe. Ye so ye wa adwen. Ni ADAKABRI oni ya me adwuma.
0302257902. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Enyin pacho for.
Hello.
Meet you opinion.
ADAKABRI. Culture MPP member to understand. Okasa or Ghana for bufu. Unim. Tata wakari kokota na Bahama tam no motono. Na dollar esen. For city. Okasa ba ku say one collect no. Esa ka collect no. Mama fees na 4 city. Esa collect no. Do kan onyai koko no bi da. Wa do bi da ka do kan. Odo bi ka tene say na mini konko 5 city na esen. Ni mo mebire no. Mo tu ho a se na mane kɔ no unya sika firi ufiri akoi ubenya pa sika to botom uni haw the guy for come no mu kan on price say ma fa yi na moto no fa bela sip na ma ye no ya ma fo aka say man bi for the mom penta fo asem mom penta fo asem mom man ta fo ni dida ma hu se mbelu sunti no o mama mu ko ye mi ti say mu empia matani no okona mu lusu a yanka se ntafo de dum libia enye tapa mafo ni nyamafo ni mo te mo pia ma umia no mu nyama ko di ba umia mu pia yodo eda mu ni se eda melusu mu ya we mu de ni kosi ani mu ni wa je ni guasama nodress maka se akafo yakase nodress yanka se nodress do mu di ade ni a o mu lusu tapa ni ga afo ehu te bi mu ni ma me ka kire mo ba umia ma se da de ni ko no mu peni guasama nodress muni say da malu so awie na makane se animu Adakabre ma asem atwa
0302243540. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Zakwate Mintio.
Yo, that's Adakabre. Jacopo Israel. Ichia mi nya honorable Endis no. Mi nya be mo be kasa sisia. Wagi me buwati. Adakabre. Di mesa umwade. Umwade kaka. Na min je di se senia na ufo di man no. Isa sen krafo ya tete mayi pa. Rono ni bebi ko fa sa so ban friye. Se wo ya de na ye katel se. Kada fo e compreni. Sibinti. Isa se na nado e yodo pushi o. Na nado ni dimension se do year 2020 no a ku nipa 8 no mu wi abato no no umaji yo say 2024 is this service here obodi say they are deceiving themselves. We are ever ready for them. Na si je masa ni nanado agi yo say BBC omu be tell so mu a obodi say they are deceiving themselves. Omu be tell ha ye no mu ka say so ha they cannot go anywhere. Share a suffer na mama besu be omu kasa and never a kotwa wa ye dino. We should be catch up say so what do you say BBC a on bet bet they are lying you no bet temu ha Adakabre w church what say na do dey so say on back opposition but in the way she cannot be reality no social back opposition na say no tia na do back opposition 2025. And you are cut for every person you people are stolen. For that one can assure you. Say, Mama, the grassroots will come after you. Thank you.
0302257902. Good afternoon.
Fine afternoon, Adakabre.
That's your first thing.
From Edward.
Edward Mintiwe.
So, what the menu of the media Ura he for sound. And Ura can say in Jamwa. And a quick ye, a said delegation of the Yamu Meti Dom, Yampa Womogo, and all my tea, a cooper for Kwame Japan. A said delegation of the Yandwabama Pape, Napape, Emra, Na Eja, and Zakaria, Emra, Memua. Now, Mr. Koti, say Nakumano, Ayana or Suludo, Aya Omre Nakumanuasi. Now, we are all kinds of Mr. Koti and the question member who are what they are. Oh, to a wire for crap, within an engine and engine bed there, the 3 days and I would be birthday. When I or they say Jamestown, and or they say Nana, I couldn't any be a one for a year. Not the Bia Unama, what for pay you, and I say, we general name no hope on about who are what Mr. Koti, who are what now that the question member who wait me a Johnny. I am and a cool, and a cool. Me cash 79. Number Labadi, me put your course on your soldier for a year or memoir. What is saying a fever, then why you could hand over Cocotra baby. And I won't quite never body you. And who is a queer team member is that Mamma of a father wedding. Mama and father who need and father who need to. And it is up by an more already a movie job while Munyabo. Near I am just said money, but you go up here and no who's no.
Finally, Yenti also. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, offer.
As of Mamini.
Offer, Papa B.
Into your way.
Offer, I feel rough.
But for me, Anessa.
My soul, Papa. Uncle Edward. Mrs. Dakota, then how one and Casacra more minimum to Ukraine, no, there's not the two. Offer, I made them spend more than from a doctor, Mamudo, me and Mammy Fox from Piano. Now, comments and Sama, and this was say your mom, no, my secret pay, and I am a one. It's not the young too much. Once in a young she, then another them focus for the third year, about the two to friend, who are your mamma, so I just saw. And not so that he had the cassette and playing this in farmer with the foot the grabber air. No, you could do one of the question. Over the Mikaja delegate, Mr. Dr. Mahmoud Bowman, order number 2. And Milano saw moving things to man, no, this paying this is what the Virginia, no more baby doing their question. And then the public imagine a mamma breaking it, you know, among the I pass the idea. I'm on my Ghana, that's will it is not so delegate in Nasa Mr. Remo. 4th November, who put him to my number 2, inshallah. The day I come outside them of owning an age.
Right. It's after back to the studios. Final comments. Atik Yakubu of the MPP.
Over. The Mekache electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, and the polling station executives. And they say electoral commission registration. In Yamba, whether we like it or not, whether our parties prepare for it or not, whether we are engaged in internal parliamentary elections and presidential elections or not, you're coming out in our numbers. Whichever scanty resources that we have, we put all together. Besides the parliamentary candidates and also all more the various constituencies. And they say, see, there's not a time for we team, we can say from a home, I'm holding on to my scanty resources and as I mean, one thing and for me register. Whoever gets elected, no. It is this same voters register. It's what will be used to vote for you to become a member of parliament. In Romo, things are not how we expected it, but as a political party, we have to move. It also shows our strength. The whining and the complaints will have to come to an end. Then we all move out in our registration. Those going for the assembly elections, to also move out, get people to register. At the end of the day, say, per the constitution, these assembly elections are not political. But at the end of the day, I will not be hypocritical. I will state it as it is. At the end of the day, it's the political parties that will benefit after the registration. Even though the centralized way of registration, and I also entry the EC. So the moment we are done with this, with limited registration, I'll pray say quickly, somewhere early next year, just a plea, early next year, they'll be able to roll out mass registration at every polling station. Then people can go out there and register in their numbers. Because what's the essence of democracy when you don't have the right to vote? And they are there to create the avenue, the channels for people to also go out there and cast their ballot. In Timestre is, decentralized voting, the Amboy, no credit, Amboy, Timestre. The moment we are done with this, a person Martin number is now about 55% of what they were expecting, approximately 700,000. Messans Romo. See, if we are near the 2 assembly election now, the following year, this kind of strategy of registration, which has caused so much disaffection for both political parties, increased so much expenditure at the constituency level in the name of transportation and feed, Mr. Roma, the bit Master Romo, mint me Shomo. And yen this for most state institutions, yen the best Remo, the power chop. They should find a way, get a better avenue so that people can go out there and register comfortably.
Amaliba.
Over.
Final comment.
Comment number 1. Atie Funtie, Negana Fontias, you say. The Directorate of the New Patriotic Party. One more decision, Electoral Commission, and implemented. Mikuta City News publication, Ewaha. Expanding voter registration centers will increase monitoring cost, NPP. And this is the publication. The Director of Elections and Research for the New Patriotic Party, Evans Nimakon, has hailed the Electoral Commission for its handling of the ongoing limited registration exercise. Nimaku, who was speaking on Eyewitness News on CTFM, said, YEC is right to limit the registration centers to 8 district offices. According to him, creating more centers will only increase the cost of monitoring the exercise by political parties and interested parties. That is Onwasama Wakano. He spoke for himself, not NDC. Sasemo Yenkaho. And unti atifo unti say, near ye, I want you to be to Ghana for so no. The MPP Research and Directory Department, Omonimuasem. Any response number 1. Now response number 2 finally. We still maintain our grounds. Per the current cocoa price in the world market at the highest since 1947. And the government of Ghana is making a whopping approximately 26,2,600 Ghana cedis per 1 bag. He said, Ekoma Kwenino, 1,300 Ghana cedis and your chrono Ghana Kuafo, or bino asho changimo. That is what we are saying. Now we stand by 8 seconds and this Netia Kunyashua. Yam Mamu Krano, 19 million cedis, which is 1,900 per cocoa bag because we've done it before.
Year 2,600 now. Oh, more acquiring 1,900.
Now, buying far.
Now, cost 700.
Yes.
It's 700 cities. No? And I will say cost of cocoa board operations would it be
exactly.
Would it be between my phone car?
Exactly.
Would it be between your haulage near the
the can including giving them free fertilizer, bonus, pesticide.
Hey, it is we would have added a further 600 cities to the current price of 1,300.
Yes.
Okay. The
minority leader statement
1,300 in term. At least
you see, I was going to say, under NDC, you took a cocoa boom up and that take effect. No more than I say, for you, but
because normally, no, so and can under NDC, no, so first, second week of October, and Anka, would the beba, and no, so they about second week of September, or about first week of September. So
if you are not ready to pay, why announce it?
And you see, I could quite catch a person. Mamma Conco Tita Bingo Case, ye cook is Sima Cojiscaba, a cook is Sima Cojiscaba. We are Sana Ura, baby, I do cook, I could see, and Farmer, and my name come, and my first come, I say, yeah, far one in my. And in me management in the Bremo, if we need 100.9 FM, and Penifo no better as any year. I take Yakubu of the MPP, and then Kingsley Haruna Maliba of the NDC. The Jumedemia meeting which I'm from me. ADAKABRI Mudu Ushuma, Panyuko Judamiado, Macjerry or Sajimai, ably served by Nanaki Free, Anna or more Eshe produce show. Technical production also Eshe say, they call various social media handles also no. I'm not free my bankroll. One in an eye suffer and a share, but for now, they are was a big jetchery at the Ama Ulakoku Michael. Now, only DJ foreigner. No more dear Bukufi. If you know my dear Bokono, or my dear Kono, or my dear Bako Jojo, who's in it neat 100.9 FM.